All good to go, but I think we're live. Can someone confirm that, please?
We are live.
All right.
And I think
we are live.
Life can be a lot.
Very cool.
I'm getting an ad for Hulu.
An ad for Hulu. All right, cool.
I had one for Adobe Creative Cloud. There
I
was
just got one
fire
for
and there was
Heinz
rain.
ketchup.
Heinz ketchup.
Heinz ketchup.
Ketchup?
Yay!
Delicious. Man, how many of us can you have going at one time? All right, so Rocky Beginnings being what they were,
can test
thanks
that.
to system updates. We are all here on Myth Brigade, live on Sunday, July 10th, 2022, to play Episode 9 of our Savage Worlds Vile Dawn Superheroes homebrew campaign.
Episode 9?
It is Episode 9.
Oh,
It
my.
is, in fact. So, without further ado, I'll go around the horn and say hi to our cast and find out all the wonderful things that they've been up to, starting with James. How are you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good. Just been sitting in this chair for the past month, just waiting for our next game.
Have you? That's nice. You just you have like a little shaving kit off to the side and beard trimmer and all that stuff. Very cool.
You haven't been waiting for a month. We just played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry.
Give us a quick update, James. What's been going on in Jamestown? What sort of stuff aside from chair sitting?
Work, gaming, movies, TV shows like The Boys and Stranger Things, all the good stuff.
Nice.
Both good.
Boys, you watching The Boys season 3? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we just finished Stranger Things, and we're heading into Boys territory now, so I'm excited. Is it as twisted as they say?
You're not ready.
Is it?
It puts the other 2 seasons to shame.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
It's great.
That's amazing. Cool. Well, we're glad you're here, and glad you're still sitting in the chair. If you need to take a diaper change break, just let me know, and we'll accommodate that. Eric, what's going on, man? How are things with you and your cooking son?
There's been some ups and some downs. My mother-in-law broke her femur and had to have a partial hip replacement.
Jeez.
And work has been going super insane, and lost my 4th of July weekend to a DOS attack and
Ooh.
dealing with that for the last week. And it's been crazy.
Nice. Yeah, I lost mine to some last minute travel, so I'm right there with you, man. It's never good. Well, we're happy you're here. And how's the femur now? Is it on the mend? I suppose.
It is.
Okay.
She still has to have someone stay with her and make sure she's getting up and walking around to ease back into things. Hopefully my wife will only have to be there 1 more week, but she's been staying there with her.
Nice. Well, good for you. And meanwhile, you
itching to
have
come
a
home.
gourmet chef preparing your meals, which is pretty awesome. General Tso's chicken.
I have my
is on there.
13-year-old slaving away in the kitchen.
Dude, that is great. So if you hear a fire alarm or see smoke interfering with his alley background, just throw that in the chat and we'll inform him so that he can rush off. Well, cool. We're happy.
Guessing it'll be preceded by screams and the fire alarm going off.
Probably. Yeah, let's hope so. Unless he just bails.
You have like
and
a
he's just
school fire alarm in
Yeah.
your kitchen?
Yeah. Very cool. Up next, we have Byron Wingate, a GM here on the channel, and role player extraordinaire. How in the hell are you doing, my friend?
Good. Good. About 4 days into a vacation. Working on day 5 right now.
Nice.
Just trying to upgrade the old upstairs bedroom into a studio and gaming space for writing, designing, planning, streaming, all that happy shit that goes on. Working on 27 projects at once, as always.
Yes, I know that feeling for sure.
And not finishing a single one.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Although I did get all the Pendragon edits done, I will tell you. We're caught up now. The Knights Black are still, there's apparently a few of those, but there are technical reasons why they have to be knitted together, but they'll be done this week. Well, we are happy you're here. Tyler, what about you, man? You're here too.
That doing good. I heard on the street that Tuesday James is going to join the Pendragon game for the first time.
for the first time, yeah.
For the first time. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it should be
but
good
I'm doing
stuff.
well.
Yes, that's actually a good segue. So we do have a few things that I wanted to call out. We're approaching 2,300 subscribers on YouTube, and so we need your help because we're not going to get there without you guys. So if you know people that are out there that love RPG stuff, please point them to youtube.com/mythbrigade. Approaching 200 subscribers here. We're a Twitch affiliate now. I don't know that we've played since that happened. I think that means that...
There we have.
Okay,
Maybe
cool.
not this.
Yeah.
But
so we've got some cool subscribers supporting the channel, which is really cool. Which is really, really cool. But then I'm not sure what that means. We get special powers later at some point. I don't know. Maybe stickers, a t-shirt or something.
sounds ominous.
Yeah. We've got a new game on the channel. Jordan Devereaux is running Fallout RPG. One of probably more than one GM running that game. But we had our first session last week, which is pretty cool. So that'll be up on YouTube here soon. Pendragon coming tomorrow. No, wrong. Pendragon coming Tuesday. Yeah, the Deadlands Curse of the Black Ridge Mine. Len, John, Mike, and Byron are getting back together for the first time in forever to carry that forward. And it's a really heavy moment in the campaign. So I encourage you guys to jump in and watch that. And finally, here in Vile Dawn, a little question mark box down there in the corner. We have figured out who's going to occupy that. And that is going to be none other than Thorg, a.k.a. Garrett. He is going to be making his character, and we'll see where that takes us. So, lots of cool
he can
things.
drive, we're good.
Yeah, lots of cool things. We also have, for those of you who participate in the chat, just wanted to show you again Steve Nedley's Big Bic Energy book. We are giving this away to the cleverest among you. It's really cool. It's got all of his original artwork in it, and infused with his sort of sick sense of humor. But with that, I'm just wondering, since we're overdue here, are you guys ready to play some Vile Dawn?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay. So, there's this tiny television sitting in this kind of sparse sitting room. It's mostly IKEA furniture, right? Because you guys don't have a really big budget. Like that kind of faux leather furniture surrounding this kind of old school TV. It's not even like a proper flat panel. It's got rabbit ears that could be used if you wanted to. You can see the talking head there. The guy's name is Mark Markinson. And basically, camera is switching over as you're kind of sitting there, and you see this woman. She's there with she's very neat, kind of hair back in a bun, this sort of very nice structured suit type top that you can see there. The lighting's a little harsh as it is when they're on the scene, and she's actually standing what looks to be at like a dock or something like that, right? So anyway, this is kind of windy. You can hear the wind kind of on the microphone a little bit, and she says, "Tonight we're reporting on a grisly scene that unfolded over the weekend, just beyond the bay, where underwater crews performing critical maintenance to an undersea data cable discovered the remains of as many as 10 men, dismembered, wrapped in plastic, and weighted down with industrial fasteners. Authorities haven't provided many details, but an exclusive source here at Channel 4 Freedom TV News suggests one of the victims may have been linked to the Algora drug cartel. More on this developing story as details unfold." The camera cuts back to the newsroom. Thanks, Nancy. We look forward to your update. Meanwhile, new developments in the investigation into last week's attack that left Deputy Mayor Anderson and 35 other citizens dead. Though the attack was ultimately thwarted by a familiar band of vigilantes, a biker gang member calling himself Mordred, a juvenile delinquent named Bloxgirl, and her talking dog, Red Rocket. Not mentioning a missing party member there. Authorities are still baffled as to the motivation behind the violence. This has been further complicated by the disappearance of some key evidence from the cinematic, right? The audio mutes and goes distant, and we find Red Rocket walking along, and he has a little bag in his mouth with some objects in them that he's just brought back from the evidence bay. Tell us, Red Rocket, how did that play out? How did you steal this evidence from the scene that was found there at the bank?
So I probably did some more talking just as a dog, to freak some people out, or like as I was helping the women and out of the bank, they probably just left the police van open, and I kind of just hopped in and took it.
Nice. So yeah, you've and this is sort of after the scene, right? Kind of.
Hey, I got
days later.
this. I got some stuff.
Who do you approach?
There you
Who do you
go.
approach?
Mordred.
Okay, of course.
He
you
doesn't like my shit, so. Hey,
I take the bag. What the hell is
there's,
this?
like jewel like falling out of my mouth.
So yeah, you hold up the bag. Now I will remind you guys, right? You had a crystal, just to catch you up on the things of interest you have. You've got this weird crystal thing that Peter Mitchell, Vice President of Change Management, was apparently trying to retrieve. You've got some kind of weird contraption that was in that motorhome that you guys smashed. I should say you guys. Bloxgirl, as a giant hippo, smashed. But yeah, so Mordred, you pick up this bag. It's a big, heavy bag, and it's got some marker on it. It's got a sticker with a barcode and a number. And basically, it's it's a red, sort of red evidence label on it. It's a cell phone and a wallet. Give me a notice roll, please. And allow me to get into Roll20 where I can see what you're rolling. I forgot.
5 on the wild die.
Wild die saves the
Ooh,
day.
Wild die saves the day. So you look at it for a couple seconds, right? You're kind of trying to sort it out. The cell phone itself is your typical slab. It looks like maybe it's like a Google Pixel 12 or something like that, right? Because this is a little further future. But it looks like some contraption has been kind of fused to the outside of the case with some very strange wiring that you're absolutely not familiar with.
Hey, Blocks girl, have a look at this and hand it off to her.
Yeah.
And I'll open the wallet and see whose wallet it is, the
Okay.
ID or whatever.
So you toss the cell phone, Blocks girl, you catch it in midair. And what do you do with this cell phone?
I'll start examining it,
Okay. How so?
looking at it. I'll probably like check the cables, see what what are they plugged into.
So it looks as if they've actually removed part of the casing. Give me a repair roll if you have it.
I have electronics.
Okay, I'll take electronics. That's actually probably even a better one.
Wild die.
Wild die gets you. So you're puzzled by this at first. You're like, who would do something like this? Because this is like a sweet phone, and you're kind of like caught off guard by the 3D capture device on it and all the cameras and stuff. But then you realize, whatever this thing is, two things you notice about it. One, it's got a very strange little crystal shard in a little plastic shroud, like meant to protect it. And wires connected almost like a light bulb to the bottom of that crystal, wired into, based on your knowledge of electronics, the antenna system.
Interesting.
I've got an
So-
idea. Go ahead.
one of my things is to be able to scavenge something that might be useful, like that scavenger or whatever. I can't remember the name of the actual thing. What is it? It's yeah, scavenger.
Okay.
And much needed piece of equipment or other useful device. I probably have like one of those bags for like disrupting cell phone signals and stuff like that. I don't know, like a Faraday bag, basically. I'm going to put it in that relatively quickly.
Smart. And I will.
So
I'll
as
give you
it's
one
not
more.
broadcasting our location, if that might be what it's being used for.
Smart. Give yourself a Benny, please. Because of your preparedness as well, I'm going to give you. You have a compatible charger. You're pretty sure, in your stuff in your room, because it does look like it's dead at this point, after a couple days after the event. So you're kind of in the midst of that. Rocket, you're kind of panting there as you put it in this bag. Blocks. Rocket's there panting. You were trying to say something, Tyler.
Is the crystal similar to the one that was in the case that we took from what's his name?
Ooh, let the bennies flow. Yeah, give yourself an extra Benny. Yes, as a matter of fact, it does appear to be the very same crystal. You'd have to test it, but it's got that same kind of odd, sort of bluish.
I was thinking maybe they were using that phone to track this crystal, and that's how they found it.
Okay.
Maybe it's some sort of like similar energy
Like
to find this bigger crystal to get more power for something stupid.
like it's looking for Apple AirTag or something.
You might have
that.
actually been a scientist. Interesting.
Speaking
Yes,
of scientists,
I was a scientist. I'm not just a dog.
Rocket, give me please a. Now, of course, you're going to have to take it out of the bag and sort of look at it, but you can. At first glance, with your dog eyes, you're like, "Huh, that looks very similar to that other crystal." But that's as far as you can go without a science check,
Right.
which means you need to have it for about an hour and kind of run some tests on it and stuff.
Can I have the phone for an hour?
I might suggest disrupting the antenna system somehow.
I don't want to.
Can we finagle like a bigger space that's would be like a Faraday cage that we could take this thing into?
Why don't you combine? So get first. Let's do it this way. Rocket, give me a science roll,
Absolutely.
and if you succeed,
I got a 9.
yeah, which you do. Okay, so now, Byron, you'll get a free Benny that you can use only on this roll, which you needed.
Okay.
Yours is electronics to make this, to wire this up. And
Probably enough metal and concrete in the basement area where the drug lab used to be.
Oh, that's where my science lab is.
yeah,
Possible, yeah. I mean, we were building some. Those are the.
as a start.
There we go.
Oh, the wild
There
die.
you go. Okay, so yeah, you think to yourself, yeah, there's like some wire that I could use. There's plenty of raw materials around here and refuse and whatnot. The only little issue there is it might dirty his lab up just a little, but I'll say you take about a half hour and finagle something, and sure as hell, when you turn it on, there's no service down there, none of your phones.
Cool.
Which sadly,
Cool. Well, this should stop it.
yep. While this is running, Rocket, you won't have access to the glory of the internet, unfortunately, because that's how you're getting service down there. But we'll work that detail out later. So, what do you try to ascertain about this crystal?
So I want to determine what kind of energy it's giving off,
Okay.
and like what that energy could be used for. If it's kind of like if it pulses getting towards the other crystal, if like the energy like moves together, or if they're two separate entities.
Give me
Stuff
that
like
roll.
that.
Give me that roll. That's going to be a little challenging, I think, based on the equipment in the laboratory that you really have. Whoa!
Oh!
Shit. Holy!
No, this is really simple.
Wow.
Wow. So the first thing, okay, Rocket. First of all, if the camera's behind you? What does this look like? Because you're a Welsh corgi. Let's not let the stream forget that.
So I have a large desk that has like vials and stuff, and it kind of has a step stool up to that. And then directly beside that is a dog-sized desk that I can work at eye level.
He probably has. He
I have,
probably
like,
has.
one of those big magnifying glasses, so I could like look right at it and like fuck with the wires and stuff.
Okay.
And like a motorized bike lift that he stands on,
Yeah,
raises
it's like-
him up and down.
Oh, nice. So I just wanted to welcome EK Carls to the stream. Thanks for following us, my friend. We are happy to have you here. So you're there, and you have this epiphany, and it hits you almost like a wave of fear, Rocket. Like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. This crystal is not from here. It's not like any structure you have ever seen. In fact, something super strange about it. It almost seems in some way to phase in and out of reality. You would need a lot more research to determine what that means, but as you're like zooming in and looking at the crystalline structure, with the crystal generally it's like a fairly set structure. This is kind of like, and at first you're wondering like, hey, is this my instrumentation? And you test against other things, and it's not. There's something very peculiar about this. It is not giving off any energy at the moment the phone is turned off.
They are sciencing things. I will be back shortly.
Well,
Okay. Don't turn your video off. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. He get like a little. He needs to get like a little Myth Brigade logo sock to put over there.
we'll get to making them.
Rocket, something I was just considering, Rocket, was, a lot of times these guys have shown up. They've kind of like phased in from somewhere.
Yeah.
You remember the RV kind of phased in?
Maybe.
Also, like when they showed up in the soccer field.
Yeah, that big portal open.
Yeah, and if this guy phased into the bank.
Maybe we can look at the big teleporter, and if it has some sort of crystal structure in it. Maybe
It's still pretty damaged.
Well, exactly, but that's easier to take apart now.
It's already been opened up for you.
It's already been opened up.
It's
Now
in
we can actually
pieces,
look
that's
at
for
the
damn
inside.
sure.
And then if they have some sort of crystal, we could probably determine they're using this as some sort of transportation.
Like a
Maybe
personal,
we can figure out where that goes.
like on Star Trek where they do that like beaming up shit.
Yeah.
Link to the description below. Star Trek.
Sponsored by Star Trek.
Yeah. So what do you guys do? So you guys are there chatting. Well, actually, Mordred, what do you do? You're looking through his wallet, so that plenty of time has lapsed. So let's come back to that.
Yeah, like who was this?
Yeah. So you have the wallet of Peter Samuel Mitchell.
The assistant to the traveling secretary of change.
Yeah. So fantastic things going on there. So he has his business card from Vile Corp. And it is admirable. It's like glossy and nice. It's two-sided. It's got a QR code on the one side.
Patrick Bateman card.
Yeah. But he's the vice president of change management for Vile Corp, or at least he was. There is a wad of cash. Roll.
I have a lot of cash now.
Yeah, roll 1D. Yeah, no. Well, you're broke though, remember, because of
that's why I said I have a lot of cash now.
Yeah, roll 1D12 and multiply that times $100.
877 cash now.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my!
$1,200 worth in crisp $100 bills, and
He was at a bank.
yeah, and there's a wrinkled there's a wrinkled $1 bill in there. So there is a Capital One venture card. Link in the description below.
What's in this wallet?
What's in this one?
Yeah, there's a corporate card for Vile Corp. There is a picture that looks like it's been through all sorts of hell. And remember, this is in the future, so physical pictures are kind of rare. But it is a bit of an older woman, probably not his wife, maybe a mother, some sort of maternal figure. It's very kind of wrinkled and ruined. But there's a host of other cards there. There's like a Barnes and Noble discount card and like a Starbucks card. It's just a wallet.
I'll take the identifying stuff, like the picture, his ID, the Vile Corp card, and start a conspiracy corkboard. Just grab something, put it on the wall, and pin the stuff to it.
Nice, you do that. Notice roll, please, as you are handling the Vile Corp card.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, you just put it up there on the board. Spectral Avenger, what are you doing? Are you there with him, or are you off ghosting around? What are you doing?
I'm probably there with him.
I'll give you a notice check as he
Not
puts
much of a
the,
detective, but at least I'll hang around and see what's being seen.
Yeah, I'll give you a notice check as he assembles his cork board. Wild die saves you on that one.
Oh, that's right. Wild die. I forgot about that.
Okay. So the thing that you notice about this card, and maybe it's something to do with your perception of things as a ghost, but it's got some strange looking circuitry in it. Because as he holds it up, you think at first it's just like a gimmicky thing, you know, like, oh, it's like part of the pattern on the front of the card. It's got a chip, but then it's got another chip that's like polished black, and it's just above the other one, and there's all this other circuitry that kind of wires into that.
You don't normally see 2 chips on those cards.
He says with his cold breath on your neck. Yeah.
I take that down. Here's another piece of tech for you guys to look at and hand it off to Block, Squirrel, and Rocket.
Okay. You all come together in the lab. So you're there, and I'll say this is about the moment where Block, Squirrel, and Red Rocket have kind of figured things out, right? By the time you get around to it.
Do we want to turn the phone on?
I mean, it's going to take a few minutes to charge because that charger cable I had was kind of tore up.
I figured we already plugged it in. I mean, we could plug it in now and get the card.
What is it going to do?
I don't know.
And in our hidden base?
I mean, I could go run it to the dock. I don't know.
I might suggest powering it on somewhere other than at our secret base, since it will no longer be secret if it does in fact have some sort of GPS on it.
Yeah.
I guess.
So charge it, run it to the
we'll
dock,
charge.
and then turn it on.
Okay. Is that what you do?
Well, we're going to start charging it, and look at the credit card.
Okay. So yeah, you throw the phone on the charger. You kind of run the cable into the bag just for good measure. I'm sorry, you built the. Never mind. You charge it.
You're
so
right.
You what are you looking for in the card, and who's handling the card?
I'll probably handle it. I have more electronics than he does.
Okay. Give me a electronics check.
Is it look anything like something like you used to get into a building or something?
Interestingly, Blocks.
Like RFID.
I'm gonna answer one question. So you asked me based on that success. Actually, yeah, I'll answer one. So what is the question that you're trying to answer with a sort of physical inspection?
So does the second chip, is it somewhere that would like fit into like a security pass door or something like that, like for, you know, what doctors use in like to get into ER, the pharmaceutical areas or something like that? We probably had some sort of technology like that at the Lego place, really, to get into behind closed doors and stuff.
You think it's possible for sure. It is an RFID style card, so it kind of can be read from a distance. You get that for sure. The thing that is interesting to you is the amount of circuitry that's elsewhere, and there's like these, now that you've looked at it really closely and maybe under a microscope or some kind of magnification, you realize that there are these really clear, there are these clear, like microscopically thin circuitry all around this card. There's a lot more to it than just a security device. And interestingly, the RFID card, or the chip for the credit card, is actually inert. It's fake.
Oh, okay. I was about to check something like that. So, all right. So it's definitely used for something else. I'm assuming this would have to slide into some sort of device to read this in some way.
Or be held up near one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or be held up near
why
one.
don't we take both of them away from here and try to put them near each other? Right? They were near each other in the wallet, but the phone was turned off. Maybe it allows it to connect to some sort of other wavelength to call. Wow, I don't know. It's just kind of.
That's a good thought. I like that idea.
Well, let's go tempt fate somewhere else.
Yeah, like not here. Let's go. Let's go somewhere else, dude. We just got this place. We don't want this place to end up like Mordred's bookstore.
Yeah. So you proceed to.
That's where we can go.
Yeah. You make your way.
We could in fact now. Let's go to the bullseye.
Location, so.
Let's go to the bullseye where there's a whole shit ton of people around.
Bullseye parking lot.
Yeah, where there's a whole shit ton of people around.
Like
so that way. Mm-hmm. I like the bullseye parking lot better than I do the mall. Because the mall's enclosed.
Parking lot it is.
All right.
Parking lot it is.
Bullseye parking lot. Plus, I mean, you want more dog treats, don't you? And I know Mordred needs more paper towels.
What I would give for a grateful biscuit right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull open my app for Bullseye and place an order for stuff and get pickup. So that way when we get there, our shit will already be ready.
Awesome. Okay. You do. And when you open the app, you see something that literally makes you almost choke. And it is basically advertising a free digital subscription to the Freedom City Informer, which is a bit of a tawdry publication. And it basically says, Amy Sanders, bank teller, tells all. How big is Little Red Rocket? ? And it's got this really awkward.
I mean, well, I'm not very tall.
It's got this.
They're not talking about the size of your legs.
It's got this really awkward picture of Rocket, like hanging with one of his. It's like in the middle of combat from the security footage or something. It's really awful picture of Rocket in action. And so what this is going to do, this is number one. So what I'm doing, just so you know, between sessions, I'm randomly selecting one of you to take a step forward reputation-wise, or maybe more than one if you guys go overboard. When you get to 3 reputation points, you get to roll for an effect that has to your overall character based on how you're known or not known. So we'll start keeping track of that. Rocket, write that down somewhere.
I'll take all the information.
So you have one.
That'll also depend on what we're known for.
Yes.
I got bad news for you, Rocket. It looks like your thought process of going into porn at some point in the future is now dashed. Get it? Dashed.
Oh God.
So
what do I need to write down, Jason?
just one reputation point. Keep
one
track.
rep.
Yeah. So you arrive after a time. How do you get there? Does public transport, or do you do Uber, or what?
I mean, I got no choice. So
okay.
Yeah, Uber, I guess. Oh no, I don't want to take an Uber because then they'll fucking know where our hideout is. So yeah.
Didn't you figure you could be something that could fly or whatever?
Oh yeah, duh.
You
I
just
can't fly.
Ride on the horse again.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just ride on Red Rocket and go. Oh no, that doesn't work out
you
very
can't.
well.
You wait too much.
Motorcycle, a sidecar.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I could try to carry you, but I can't guarantee your neck in one piece.
So
ask Wordfinger wherever he's at.
As you're there in a little group trying to figure out your travel strategy, it occurs to you that this is one thing you're particularly ineffective at. But after a time, you arrive in the Target parking, the Bullseye parking lot. It is about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, it's busy, actually. The repairs have been done. There's still a couple of boards in the front because, some of the bullet holes and whatnot, they haven't gotten all the windows in from your last visit here. But, yeah, sure, it looks exactly like a Bullseye. It's very busy. Everybody's forgotten the carnage that happened here, a couple months back.
We're going to make our way towards the...
There aren't little signs on the wall saying don't let these people in?
No.
So yeah, like how like the corner of the parking lot they have like those planet boxes like where they take donations of clothing and stuff like that. We're gonna go to that because no one's ever over there. No one likes to be over there.
Okay, so you go, motorcycle.
Is this what you kids do nowadays? Smoke cigarettes by these?
Yeah, motorcycle comes kind of thundering in with weird ghostly kind of tail in the spectral event.
And when we get over here, don't pee on the box.
I'm gonna be on the box.
And so you gather. You have a phone in a bag, I suppose. It's in your Faraday bag or whatever you've got going on. What do you do?
We'll boot that bitch up.
Okay. You do. The first thing you would notice is that the normal booting screen of this Pixel, what did I say? It was a Pixel 12 or something?
Whatever number they'd be on at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Google Pixel 97.
It's not normal at all. In fact, it kind of ticks around these sort of slices of an image until it depicts the image of the Vile Corporation logo. And then it does start up.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, exactly. It starts up. You notice for a moment it gets its connection to, and these days the connection is just incredibly fast. But then you see a second icon that you don't recognize, and it looks almost like a default kind of thing, like for those who've done software development before, if you're just picking a generic icon, right, for your application, it's just like this weird little symbol. But up there by the connections, and it's flashing, and then it goes steady. Rocket, give me a notice check, please.
While we're waiting for this, I just have my armor and sword
Oh,
Jesus
my God, I'm rolling like a champ.
You have your armor and sword what?
ready.
Ready or on? Like
Wearing the armor, sword on the, just propped up against the bike.
Okay, so you're literally there with your carapace up and all that, like sci-fi armor and shit up.
Just standing, just the knight,
Just standing
just
by
the knight
donation
standing
box.
by the donation box.
Okay, cool.
Nothing,
Not
to,
wearing the
nothing to
helmet.
see here.
Okay,
Oh, that makes a difference.
it does.
Yeah.
So much better.
Okay,
Just stand behind the box, please.
all right.
Yeah.
So
Stand.
So
Yeah.
you're doing that. That's a great visual. Thanks, James.
I got a 19.
Who's holding the phone?
Probably me.
Okay, in
Or
your
Blocks.
robot hand.
Right.
Honestly, probably Blocks because she has a better electronics.
So you
As
hear
she said.
some kind of weird vibration, and you're kind of glancing at your friends, and you notice they're not reacting to it, but it's just like this, and it does, Rocket, seem very similar, not the same, but similar to the vibrations and noises you guys heard when those dimensional rifts happened and shit came through.
Oh no.
Not quite the same.
I would. It's not the same. but
Not
it's similar.
Yeah, similar. Exactly.
I would say exactly that.
Okay. What do you guys do?
I pull out the credit card out of the
Are we
Faraday
fucked?
bag and put it near it.
I mean, we're in the corner of the parking lot. We should be fine.
So you do that, and as you do
So
that,
we go somewhere.
it goes from that sort of logo screen to the actual phone itself, right? It wasn't like, basically it would look like it was waiting for authentication. You hold it near the phone, and the phone's like bloop, bloop, and it says, "Welcome, Peter."
Okay, I just flick past that screen if there's anything
Okay,
else.
yeah, you just swipe past, and all the icons kind of come up.
See what apps there are.
So
See what
yeah,
apps
he's
he's on.
got. It looks
I
like
bet this motherfucker has Grubhub. Where's
bet
his
that-
address?
I bet he's got
What's
fucking
his
Tinder.
address?
He's got Tinder on here.
he's got Tinder and Grinder and Ashley Madison. No, he's
So does he got like DoorDash on there?
That's what I'm saying. We can find his
Just
address.
empty his
Yeah.
Venmo account into yours.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
I'm not emptying it into yours because yours are already hacked.
yeah, I'm gonna say no because of the profile of the individual we're talking about here. He would have people who would get him food. But he does. Blocks have some things that just make you disgusted. He has some apps kind of in a central folder called social, and yeah, he's not a nice guy. Like, he's into some really twisted shit. What do you spend your time looking at while this thing's active? What do you
I'm probably trying to look at like phone calls he would have placed
okay.
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, so you start digging around in there. First, you notice that there are several. There's May is someone that he calls with some frequency, but
Uncle Ben.
he hasn't called her. Looks like in about a month. In fact, he hasn't really called many people for about a month. But before that, lots of phone calls in and out, like literally hundreds and hundreds of calls coming in. It's like business guy phone stuff, you know. His voicemail is full of like these like, yeah, hey Pete, listen, need to connect, and you know, messages like that. As you're holding the phone though, Blocks, kind of flipping through, you hear bloop bloop, and you see a little 1 appear in the unread messages section of a message app that you're not familiar with.
All right.
Check his pictures.
Yeah, I'll click the message app. I probably can't help myself.
Yeah.
I'm social media addict, so
Yeah.
I probably immediately click it without even thinking about it.
So
Someone looking for the executive assistant of change.
it's so there's a little, you know, little bubble there. It just says, "Hi. You there?"
I'll type, of
Look
course.
through his other messages and see what he would normally reply to.
Would you
Something
like to
that.
extend your auto warranty?
So you say yes, you know.
I was like, yes, in the middle of something, but can still chat.
So, Rocket, as he's having this exchange, with your notice roll being what it was before, the tone of this suddenly gets shrill and it kind of starts to hurt. Like you get a little toothache from it, right? It's just like, oh, it's something is happening with this crystal as he's using this messaging app.
Or messaging somebody, the crystal's doing something. Kind of like scratch at my ear.
Okay. What do you do, Blocks?
I just continue using it. I
Okay,
responded.
so yeah,
to
you
what
you
that
say
person
you
back.
say yeah, and so it comes back with a location pin, and it says, "Next target. I trust the last one went as planned."
Some minor hiccups, but everything as well. If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Is that what you say? Is that what you say?
Yeah, a Scooby-Doo reference. I'm like, if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
There is no place on our agenda for your sense of humor. Period. Define hiccups. You know I rely on you to be my eyes. And then there's another ... Don't make me second guess that decision.
Stupid dog, idiot girl, knight out of wherever the hell he's from.
Why are you telling me who we are?
And you send that again? Question.
I'm not telling you who I am. I'm saying those are
Yeah.
the hiccups.
Like, yeah, but that.
So you send that.
Yeah.
The response comes back again. And I'm going to say, so just for meta purposes, so Rocket, you're short. He's got the
Yeah,
phone
I
up
know.
here,
I don't know
so
that.
like you have no idea what he's saying. Unless you read these things out loud, you tell me now if you are or aren't. Are you sharing?
I'm sorry saying it as I'm typing it,
okay.
which is like
Yeah.
seconds because I'm used to being on my phone 24/7.
Yep. So you again is the question that comes back.
Yes, the Mangler didn't appear to do anything to them. So I'm gonna see if he's connected to the Mangler.
Mm. That was the first one.
He was a fool. I trust that you dispatched them.
I ran them off.
Ran them off? Question mark. WTF is that supposed to mean? Question mark.
It's keeping them out of our hair for the moment.
Our plan relies on successful moments. You bumbling fuck. Shall I add you to my list, or will you make this right? Question mark.
Of course I'll make it right.
Good, it says. The target above, I have chosen. Actually, he says, in light of the situation, I will buy you time to deal with that. I will be sending the witch, he says.
So where do we want to be tracked down to? Where do we want to fight this bitch? I look at Mordred. I'm like,
he's
where do you want to?
suggesting that
Like,
you
I'm gonna
find
tell him.
us,
Yeah,
and
but
he's
I'm gonna
sending
tell
the
him that.
witch And he's sending the witch to the coordinates he mentioned earlier.
Maybe.
Yeah, that is what it seems like. He says in reference to the target
Okay.
above. Yeah.
We need to get wherever that
Where's
is.
it at?
Tell him you'll handle this.
I'll handle that. Those stupid kids are worthless.
They may be worthless,
you're-
but so far, they're making a failure out of you, Peter.
Yeah, your boy Mangler did such a great job.
My boy? Question mark.
I mean, at this point,
My
I
boy,
moved
question
like
mark.
behind Blockstro and looking at the phone. Just
It says
super
yeah,
interested.
Yeah. I will remind you that you made him.
Mm.
Don't think you want to upset your boss.
Actually, I kind of do. I kind of do want to piss him off, actually.
Especially he's on the other
While
side.
you're working on it, you should probably just put the phone down for now, and let's go to this location.
So I'm literally gonna like put my middle finger up like this at the box, so like the box is the background, and I'm gonna fucking take a picture of it. Because I have no social skills.
So
I'm like, fucking,
Goddamn kids.
don't have no social skills. I'm an angry teenager. What do you want?
okay. So you put your middle finger up and send a selfie, or not a selfie, but a picture of your middle finger aimed.
A picture of my middle finger, but I do it like away from us,
Yep.
so he can't see us.
He could just tell it. What color are your nails painted? What's that?
So I have biker gloves on.
Okay.
So I have, because I always wear those gloves.
Good call.
So, but they have the like fingertip on them, so you can text with them.
Okay. Good. So could theoretically look like a male hand, maybe. So you send a middle finger. Okay.
She probably doesn't have a great skincare routine.
So you send this middle finger, and there's a long pause.
They do have an emoji for that, I think.
This is more fact.
Can't beat the real thing.
No.
Can't beat the real thing, man.
You get LOL.
And I was like, listen here, you shit. You know, without my efforts, you would be nothing.
Give me.
God.
Ooh, give me a persuasion roll. Blocks.
turn the
This is
phone off.
-2. -2.
It's not so much persuasion as it is intimidation, or just like
Intimidation will not
it.
work on him. It's going to be persuasion, because persuasion is overloaded, including like dishonesty and dancing, kind of like all that kind of stuff.
I'll use a Benny.
You got
It's that negative, man. I got an inherent negative.
You get
just kind of.
You get back dots and dots and dots and dots, and then you get a video back.
Oh, no.
And it's this fucking perfectly smooth, with a line down the middle, glass-looking, sort of black face. And it's this really horrendously deep voice. And it says, "Stop fucking around, Pete. I've traveled literally further than ever to make this happen. I don't have time for you to be a cunt. Just kill the children and the knight and the dog. I will see that the witch takes care of the next target. Also, I've cleared out your PTO for the year." And the video cut, and it hangs like at an awkward angle.
Who the fuck was that? Can you save that? Can we keep that?
Fuck yeah, we're keeping that. It's a video. We'll just screenshot it. Yeah, like I'll play it and then screenshot it with my phone. Like at my
Just
actual
take pictures
phone.
of it from your actual
Picture of
phone.
it.
Rocket, still on your perception roll from before, because it was so fucking high. Your dog ears, like at a distance of about 20 feet, you hear this kind of like the sort of synthetic camera snapping sound that phones make.
I'd turn around.
There's a growing group of people who are now making their way over, kind of, they're like gathered in and amongst the cars. So you can see cars parked, but in the blank spots. And by the carriage return, the lorry return or whatever, everybody's there. and it's just people taking pictures of you. You hear this little girl say, "That little girl's got a potty mouth, mommy." I know.
God.
I know. What do you do? You gathered a crowd, thanks in part to the scary motorcycle and the armored guns.
Find the location. You know.
I think I should like to be invisible now.
Can you spook them, Donovan? Just get them to leave? Or would they just die of terror?
Hey guys, come over here, and I'll just kind of make myself the center of attention.
Okay, all
and
right.
like drag away the crowd.
Oh, so like
Not entirely sure.
literally all the kids among this group just like start fucking running at the little cute little doggy, and so within moments you're getting, your ears are being pulled out and your tail, and at one point there's somebody pokes you in the butthole, and
There's this shiver down my spine of not wanting to be touched.
yeah there are roll 1d12
Oh God.
on top of 4.
I'm gonna yell.
16
I'm gonna
people.
yell. Careful, he has fleas.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So you're there entertaining.
You don't even know
the
how to
kids.
shampoo.
Yeah, you're there entertaining the kids off the side. Okay, so what do the rest of you in the huddle do? What do you guys do?
We need to find out where that is and get there.
Okay.
Agreed.
So the coordinates are easy enough. I mean, you can copy them from it's like a link like anything else. Or if you
Or we
were
just
brave,
click on them.
Yeah, if you were brave, you could forward them, or you could click on them and look at them there. What do you do?
I'll click on them. I'll
Mapping
click
app on the phone.
click on them and then screenshot, and then type them into my Google Maps.
Okay.
So that way I'm not using that device to see anything.
Okay. So you click on them, and you see it's kind of interesting. It's like near a highway, and you're looking around. The specifics are very fuzzy, but it looks like it might be. The most sensible place is this little shithole looking motel called the Brookside Motel, and it's on the edge of the highway leaving town, kind of more or less at the intersection of Route 6 and Route 4. Ironically, not far from your spot, because remember, you guys are down near the airport.
Hmm.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
I'll go,
Hey, Rocket, if you're done with your pet parazzi,
I'll go rescue Red Rocket from the children.
Oh, thank God. They touched me.
Yeah, so Mordred, you approach, and Rocket's there, and he's showing it's like, oh, moving his arms around.
Yeah,
and
I
all this
like
kind
pull
of
open my little satchel with a dog with a ball in it. Like, I just imagine I have this little fanny pack.
And they are literally,
Like a
and
rescue
all
dog.
of them have phones, of course. So they're all just taking video and pictures and all this good stuff. And Mordred, you kind of come walking up with your ominous-looking armor, and Rocket, just the street light, and the parking lot light is shining and casting kind of a shadow down, and it kind of creeps over you. You see Mordred standing there. Mordred, what do you do to break this up? Do you chop their heads off with your sword or something, or what?
probably.
Mordred is not mean to children. It's like, sorry, kids, the dog has business to take care of. It's time to go.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Let's go, Rocket.
Give me a persuasion roll. There are 16 people, parents and kids. Okay.
Oh, the wild.
Yeah, so the wild dice saves you. So you get this kind of, oh man, and this one little kid. He's probably like 6. He presses between the others, like leaving Rocket behind. He looks up at you. Is that sword real?
Definitely.
What's your name?
Mordred.
Mordred. What kind of name is Mordred? Shouldn't you be
A really
called
old
like?
one.
Wouldn't it be better to call yourself like Swordman?
I thought of it, but no, I stuck with my own name.
Oh, so your real name's Mordred? That's really dumb. Superheroes aren't supposed to go by their real names. They're supposed to go by something else. Like his name's probably Spot or something, but he goes by Red Rocket because he goes real
Yeah.
fast.
No one's accused me of being smart, little guy, and I hold out my fists for a little fist bump, but it's time to go.
He makes like a laser sound and punches you in the fist. Like you know, like super. Okay, sword man, I'm gonna make that stick. You're sword man, sword man. And a couple of the other kids start going, sword man. It's like walking away.
Have a fan club.
It could be worse.
Okay, so you guys reconvene here in Target parking lot. And again, very soon, word is pilfering, like lots of folks coming, the people coming out are hearing, oh my God, there's superheroes over there. There's a crowd. Like, you are literally starting to draw a sizable crowd. So probably a good time to leave by whatever.
I'll do the whole like famous wave, like
yeah, with your little robot
reining
arms.
in the the attention.
Yeah, so there are people just hey, can I get a selfie? Can I get a selfie before you leave, please? It's this beautiful young woman.
Of course.
Oh, good. Hang on. And she's got this bag, and there's a Frenchie in there. And she's just like shoves this Frenchie nut next to you.
I'd probably walk over and it's like, I'll take the picture.
Yeah. She hands it to you.
She gives me the phone. I fucking chuck it into the fucking, fucking grass.
I think we gotta go. Sorry about her.
Okay, so you chuck this phone. So Byron, give yourself 1 reputation point. I'll explain how that manifests itself.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We're gonna have 2 different sides of reputation.
Actually, we'll do positive, negative. Give yourself -1 reputation point. It'll be easier for me to handle that. So you do that, and then
If anyone wants anything signed, I sign it with like a little rocket, like not like a signature at all. I just draw a little rocket.
okay, nice. So you've got this.
It's like 2 lines with an R at the end of it.
It's like a shooting star with an R.
Yes. Okay. So you
I
leave.
think we have time for
R.
autographs.
Revving the bike motor to,
Well, I was
we should
trying
go.
to get-
I can catch up.
That's,
That's
I'll just
factual.
head out.
Okay. So you blast off. Donovan, you kind of go soaring off, and Blocks, you're riding on the motorcycle as well, I guess.
I guess.
Okay. So
I'll spend like another minute or two like with the crowd, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I have to go.
yeah, there's so many pictures, and like the kids are laughing, and there's all these questions. So do you divulge anything specifically about your powers or your origin or anything like that? They're asking, no, just like okay.
I just kind of like dodge those questions.
Yeah. Lots of fanfare. They're loving it, and you're cute. You haven't had a bath in a while, I will point out, but you're cute.
Yeah, I definitely need one after
Yeah.
all these people touch me.
Yeah.
Gross hands.
So
We did put that phone back in the Faraday bag too.
Okay. So where do you go? So you just
Wherever that is.
okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a motel at State Route 4 and 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you look for the motel, I should say, at hang on, I just realized that Roll20 is doing that. Okay, cool. At Brookside Motel. So this is sort of your typical, maybe back in the, say, 70s or early 80s when it was built. It was fine. It's just meant for, hey, you're out here, you want to stop and get a clean bed and whatever. But at this point, it is run down quite a bit out here, especially next to the airport. It's kind of in a bit of a depressed, more industrial area. So how do you approach it? Do you just haul ass and show up on the property? Are you trying to case it? Like, give me a sense of what you're trying to achieve.
Try to be incognito, not wearing armor and having a sword, just on a motorcycle, driving normally.
Okay.
I think you should park up the street.
So I
Yeah.
want to stop at a gas station on my way and pick up a pair of like Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Nice.
You have to get those wraparounds because otherwise they'll just fly up your
Yeah,
face
exactly.
when you're going too far.
Yeah, they'll fly off your head and kill someone as you
No,
blow
they're for
past.
pictures because they look cool. Yeah, as I'm renting it Mach 2.
Yeah.
What?
Wearing aviators.
Okay.
Get some Top Gun Maverick glasses.
So, again, it was about 6 something or other when all this was kind of going on. So by the time you get out there and everybody's coordinated, the sun is going down. you're familiar with the neighborhood. You kind of cross the river, you know, heading down that direction. You locate the motel. Very much a motel. And it's actually, let's say it was kind of near the intersection. So I'm going to say it's kind of about down here, if you can see the map. Is that not pinging? Why is that not pinging? Oh, well. Roll 20's not going to let me ping. It's next to the caption, so it's pretty much to the left of Pyramid Plaza, number 36 on the map there. It's like pretty much right there. It's in a very nondescript little exit off the highway.
36.
36.
Here, let me come back. I've reloaded. It should let me interact with the map now. Hang on. For those who use Roll20,
like by the 36 describing what 36 is, not the 36 where it actually is on the map.
No, yeah, correct. So it's down. Yeah, the good call. It's down.
Oh,
down
I got you now. Okay, yeah.
So it's just
I'm like looking for number 36 on the map.
yeah. I'm
like,
sorry. Yeah.
It threw me off because there's two airports.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at the other airport.
So you exit the highway. I'm going to assume, Mordred, you're not flying through the air. If you're trying to be somewhat discreet, you're probably not flying through the air. So you're kind of cruising along. You exit the highway, and you can see there's a couple of gas stations, a couple of fast food joints nearby, and then kind of tucked away.
Hey, go through the drive-thru. I'm kind of hungry.
Tucked away off the highway, you see this really tall sign for that hotel. What do you do?
We can get food after and go to the hotel.
Okay.
Always.
So you pull up to the hotel. Again, sun's going down. It's getting dark. Brookside Motel. The sign itself is this kind of old school. Hang on, let me set this for the stream. Old school property, right? As you pull in, you guys are up at the top. I'm assuming you probably pull in and park. You can tell me, Mordred, where you park your bike in case I get mean. But basically, yeah, you see this pool as you pull in, and it's one of those. It's like, okay, if you're really hot, you might swim in it, but otherwise, it's a little suspect. There's like one table with an umbrella, and there's a diving board that looks like if you stood on it, it would snap off. And then, of course, you'll notice the dotted area there between the two sections of the building. There's kind of that overhang. That sort of 1970s, early 80s kind of architecture. What do you do as you pull in? So you guys are all rockets off shopping for sunglasses at the moment.
Just pull into the space up there.
Into the overhang or into a parking space at the front?
It's the first parking space at the top next to the red,
Okay.
or between two red cars.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And get off the bike. Do we have any info on who they're here for? It was just, or they're just here.
Yeah, it just literally had coordinates, and that's it. There you go. So what do you do?
Just take a walk around.
Okay. Whereabouts? So you dismount the bike. Spectral Avenger, you can now obviously move around, and everybody can move around however they would like. So kind of cluster yourself if you want.
Donovan have a really good ability to check this place out as I walk around.
Oh yeah, because you can just walk through some walls, right? What? Can you guys move your tokens? Can you make sure that that's?
Yeah. I can't.
Okay.
I don't even see your tokens.
So they're at
All
the
the way
top
at
of
the
the
top.
map.
Oh, there they are.
I'll get you set up.
Can't either.
You should be able to now, Mr. Eric. Blocks girls next. Hang on a second, please. Controlled by blocks girl. You should be able to move.
Yep.
Rocket. You should be good. And finally, Mordred. Sorry about that, guys.
Mhm.
That's what happens when you make your maps while you're at the beach getting sunburned. James. Okay, you should all be good. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stroll around.
You'd like me to
And-
look for any people of interest?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check out the dumpsters, see if anything has got thrown away recently.
Okay.
I'll get his soda out of the soda machine. So
Oh, I thought we were getting food after.
if you can find a vending machine with candy bars, feel free.
So you approach let's start with the dumpsters. So Blocks, you kind of walk over that direction as everybody's kind of dismounting and whatever. It smells, as you can imagine, right? Like just like general waste. There's not like a proper restaurant here, so it's not that foodie, but there's a gnarly smell to it. What are you looking for in particular?
I'm just like glancing in to see if anything like stands out or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not like digging in the trash dumpster.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, nothing super fancy for sure. Pretty
Okay.
much standard waste, it looks like. Yeah, I think so. Rocket, what are you doing? So you're running around by the pool. Now you're running up, standing in the
Yeah, I'm
driveway.
just kind of looking around. Probably circle the building. Just take a lap.
Okay.
Just check
Give me
everything out.
A notice check. It's going to be extremely hard.
A 10.
Yeah, that'll actually do it. So the first
Being a
thing,
dog's pretty cool.
yeah. So the first thing that you notice is that this semi down at the bottom,
Okay.
it's running, and it's so move yourself down there just to keep track of where
this right
everyone
here.
is and what everyone else can and can't see. So you're probably like right by the front tire when you realize this, like out of sight of your friends and whatnot.
Okay.
The heat of the engine suggests that it's not just like barely running kind of thing. It's like it's been booking lately, right? It's hot, and you just feel it on your nose and the smell of the fuel, right? Like you're pretty sure that this thing just got here for sure. On the side though, it's got like all these food services logos, and it's got like pictures of like this whole cornucopia with like all this shit sticking out of it and whatnot. So some kind of like food delivery business, it looks like. But yeah,
So I want to real quick. I want to look under the truck.
Okay.
See if there's a refrigeration unit. See if it's actually a like food truck.
good call. No.
I'm gonna give a hop and a skip back to Mordred.
Okay.
Check out the truck in the back.
Okay. So while you're looking at that, because remember you would have cased the entire building, right? So we'll pause as you,
Yep,
you make the
absolutely.
notification or notification. Mordred, what are you doing in Toxic Avenger? Shit. I'm so sorry, Mr. Avenger. What are you doing?
I am going to make myself invisible and move into this first room here. And I am going to wander around the building counterclockwise,
Okay. Roll.
taking note of which rooms are occupied and trying to determine if any of them might look like a target. I mean, I don't know what a target
Yeah.
would look like for sure, but
Roll 1d6, please.
You just imagine the fucked up shit you're gonna find in this random motel.
So now roll 1d4 for me, please. That sucks for you. So, a very
two extremes.
a very large naked man comes walking out of the bathroom as you pass through the wall, right? And like just as you pass through it, so there's like this ectoplasm that starts to drip down and you pass through, and just at that moment this guy steps through. He's got a cigarette sticking out of his mouth but nothing else going on whatsoever. His belly is big enough that it kind of hangs over his nethers, and he's sort of walking. He takes a big puff and he looks at the wall, hence the spirit check, and he blows out, but he hasn't, he takes a puff of the cigarette, blows it out, and he's holding it away from his face, breathes in and breathes out in almost more vapor because of your presence here. What the fuck? Hello? Grandma? He says. Jeez, he crosses himself. Hello?
I move on to the next room.
Where do you go? Do you go?
I don't
do you go,
say anything.
You go straight forward, or do you go which direction?
I go to the right. I'm just going to go clockwise around the building.
Okay, move you where you go, because he's here. So you're gonna hang on. Okay, so as you through the wall, you hear this from the other side. And then you're not sure what's going on. You pass through there. We'll stop there for you. Mordred, what are you doing?
I was just like wandering around outside of the buildings as he's inspecting, just drinking my soda and looking around.
Okay, so you're drinking like it's got like Fanta or something. You know, you're walking around. What direction do you travel during your time?
Same. I'm going the same direction as Donovan.
Okay, you will not know that though, right? Because
Well,
through a wall.
I'm assuming he told me what the plan was. I'm going to go through these rooms.
Okay. Yeah, we'll assume. In the future, though, if you guys want to coordinate like that, just call it out, because otherwise there's a little bit of an element there of meta. But yeah, so you there's no way for you to keep up with him unless you listen for like shrieks of horror, and then but you're kind of generally moving along in the same pace. Coming back to blocks and then over to Rocket. I need to get you guys
I'm gonna kind of come down the back side of the building.
Okay.
And like investigate these cars, like put my hand on the hood to see if any of them's been like run lately.
Okay. So you're walking along, doing that. Give me a perception roll. Notice check. Wow, wild die wins for you. So you're doing that, and you find one. It's this kind of big SUV. Actually, second one in. It's in the way of I've got some stuff that's in the way, so I can't ping it. So it's the one to the right of this spot.
Okay.
Basically, like a big, kind of nondescript, like a Range Rover-y kind of vehicle, whatever they would have, in this day and age. The windows are completely black. It is a bit warm, as you kind of just pass your hand around nonchalantly. Let's do some sneaky sneak.
I'm not really being sneaky.
Oh no, you're just like, okay, cool. So do you look in the windows or anything like that?
Not the front window, but I'll look in through like the back window.
Okay. So as you're looking in, you're kind of trying to see past the tent. The window comes down. There's a guy in there. I'm going to get a notice check at -2, please, to quickly notice something.
-2. That's going to be a 3.
Yeah. Okay. So what you notice about this guy is, first of all, he's got kind of a short cropped haircut. He's got a teardrop tattoo at his eye. Kind of stubbly, but not in a way that makes him look necessarily unkempt. Just, kind of military, mercenary looking kind of guy. Huge arms as the window comes down. The fuck you doing? Get your hands off my truck, he says.
Not even touching it.
I just watched you touch your fucking hood, bitch. Get off my truck. And he pushes a gun out to your face. He doesn't touch you with it, obviously, but he kind of holds it up.
I'll just walk right up to the gun. And just kind of like stand next to him, letting him point the gun at me. And be like, is that supposed to intimidate me?
Are you fucking kidding me right now, girl?
You're obviously compensating for something. Your big truck, want to be waving your gun around at little children? Like, what is wrong with you?
What's your goal of that? Are you trying to push him over the edge, or are you trying to just challenge him?
I'm just kind of pissing him off.
Okay,
kind of having bad social skills. Like I know.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Never making a persuasion roll. No. Absolutely not.
So he opens the door. He kind of shoves the door open and kind of pushes you back. He doesn't like slam it into you or anything, but he stands up. And obviously he's a lot bigger guy than you, because you're kind of a slight of build, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, girl, but you need to get out of here. before you get hurt. I'm not playing with you. Why don't you go back to mommy and daddy, okay? This little badass routine you got going on's nice and all, but you in the way.
In the way of what? What are you doing? Scoping out maybe your, like, human trafficking ring or something like that you got going on?
Why, you looking for a job? I could probably get you one looking like you do, sweet cheeks.
Oh, got it. I understand. Okay. I like kind of, as he's like eyeing me or whatever, I kind of glance in the vehicle.
Okay.
Since he's got the window down,
Yeah.
I kind of glance in the vehicle.
So you buy yourself some time. So I'm going to give you another notice check, no penalty.
Hey.
Guns. One of which looks real weird. That's all I won't give you more because it's like you glance over his shoulder. He notices you glancing and he pushes the door shut with his foot. Why don't you just go smoke some dope out behind the fucking hotel, girl? Get! He pushes you back. I don't want to have to put a bullet in your ass.
Okay, so when he goes to push me,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna connect his hand to his leg with my manacles, like Lego manacles. Just
okay.
instantly lock his ass
All right.
down.
Okay. Here we go. It's getting weird already. That sounds good. Cool. So the other thing, I won't give this to you. Okay. So how does that work? He gets some kind of resistance of some kind, right?
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to roll this differently.
And see how it actually works. Roll 20 doesn't give any descriptions for shit like that.
No, you have to enter it yourself.
Ensnare. Allows the character to restrain target some sort of binding material, which is like stronger than steel Legos.
Yep.
Whether by energy ropes, ensnare your victim as a fighting roll against adjacent foe. If the attack is successful, -2 penalty to pace and anything linked to agility and strength until freed. No physical action except to try to break free.
Okay. So what? I miss a resistance. Is there no resistance, or there is a?
It's a fighting roll.
It's a fighting roll. Okay, cool. Got it. All right.
Yep.
So, and you have to oppose that with your fighting as well.
No, I make a fighting roll against him.
Yep.
To
Okay.
initiate the attack.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm rolling out of the character sheet because I don't want you to. Okay. Do I spend a Benny for this guy? I get 3.
Oh, he's got bennies.
Well, no. I have 3 that I can spend on whatever I want, and then my wild cards have 3 apiece. So I'm gonna go in early because I can't give myself extra, but why not? He's gonna re-roll that. And
Use them before they die.
Yeah, he's still gonna fail. So there's a struggle back and forth, and you get on one hand, and he's like, "Bitch, what the fuck are you?" And then you get it on the other. So his pushing hand, his left hand, against which leg do you attach it to? Right or left?
Opposite. Okay. So if he's got the gun in the right, then I attach it to the left.
He's got a gun in the right, so you get his left hand, and you attach his left hand to his right leg. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever hand the gun's in, that's the one I'm attaching to.
Yeah. So you basically just kind of spin him around, shove him down, and materialize these things around him, and he starts to stand up because he doesn't get it yet and he's just like, what the fuck? And he's confused for a second, like he's got his gun, he doesn't know what he wants to do. So that buys you somebody else's turn. Rocket. Rocket.
All right. I think my video first, so I'm gonna stop it real quick.
Oh no.
It's on the stream.
Oh no.
It's me looking at the order.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
What have you done?
Oh.
That's gonna do bad things. Hang on.
I know.
Ah.
That's why I wanted to warn you.
Now you got really grainy video.
No.
I'm Mordred.
Just gotta move people's heads around.
I broke it.
All right, going on to Mordred.
Hang on. Yeah, hang on. I gotta
In about 10 minutes when you're done rearranging, that's it.
Yeah, Zoom's funny that way. Was he... Tyler, you were like second to come in. I was first.
I was first.
Were you?
I was first.
You were. Good call.
Our first or last, Ricky Bobby.
So it's funny. Mordred. Okay, we're back. All right.
I had to break it.
It's fine. You do look much better now that you fixed that. Okay, so you did that, and so you've now noticed. You look down, your ears perk up, and you're like, "Oh, there's no refrigeration unit there." What do you do with that?
So I would head back the way I came.
Okay.
Kind of through the underpass.
Okay. So as you're moving, you see Block's girl literally kind of just, she's got her arms extended, and there's just some really big dude. You can't tell anything about him. You can't see a gun. And he's like doing some kind of weird hokey pokey thing, like bent over. And she's kind of there with her arms crossed or whatever. What do you do?
Well, I will finish going around the building to find Mordred.
Okay.
The Black Girl's doing some dumb shit. And there's a truck back here I think we should look at. I'm going to continue around to try to help whatever fuck up she's fucking up. I'm going to continue past him and come around to check out what.
Okay, so what you approach, and you say this, Mordred, how do you address him? So you kind of like, and you hear this dog like, and he's there in front of you. How do you respond to that?
Donovan, I'm heading to a truck in the back lot loudly so it would carry through whatever flimsy doors or windows are here.
Okay. Give me a notice check at -2, Donovan, to see if you hear it. Flimsy windows withstanding. And you
So
do.
it'll be 3.
Yeah, you do. So Rocket just bolts. And Rocket, you've got tons of movement, right? So where do you go after that? You say that, and this will take up your whole turn.
See what the fuck Black Girl's destroying.
Okay, so it's like, and you say this, and then you're like, and there's like sonic booms like going off and shit. It's kind of crazy loud booms. I picture in the front of you, like there's your nose, and then that like that vaporous like in Top Gun. So you spin and come around. You run up on the scene. You see what's going on. How do you deal with that?
How did this even happen?
I was like, oh, you're in trouble now. Canine units arrived.
So you say this. We'll take it back to Spectral Avenger at this point. What do you do, Mr. Spectral Avenger?
I'm gonna keep walking through the rooms. Mordred said he was gonna check out the truck, so I'm gonna keep checking the rooms.
Okay. So most of them are empty. You come across this room here as you're kind of moving. I'm assuming you're going clockwise.
Yes,
this
around
room
this way.
Yeah, this room here has a couple, and they're laying in the bed, and there's all sorts of drug paraphernalia around. Give me a notice check. You sense as you come through, first of all, you're not sure where in the rooms you're coming through exactly. You try to come through between the beds, right? And you happen to kind of,
the beds, yeah.
you sort
Of
of,
course, that's gonna hit the TV with ectoplasm, but I don't care.
yeah. So you kind of come through, and it hits the lamp, and you can hear the lamp's been on a while, and the bulb, like your ectoplasm, just kind of sizzles a little. But you move through, and you make contact with her, and you notice she's blue. Her breathing is really erratic. You're looking down at her, and you realize she's there, and she's got like this sort of rubber thing around her. You know, it looks like she's overdosed, and she may die. What do you do?
If she's still got a needle or anything, my instinct would be to yank it out, but I probably forget for the moment that I'm incorporeal.
Yeah. So you go and grab, and sure as hell, you just reach through her. And what's crazy is you see, as she's laying there, she sits up, but not her actual physical body. But you see her. She's like, and she's trying to push herself back. And you're reaching at this syringe. What do you do?
I go ahead and make myself corporeal.
Okay. You got to roll for that?
I do.
Do it. What happens if you fail? Remind me. Perils of the warp.
I become basically take on the appearance of a ragged corpse. So
good.
Looking very much like he did with the gunshot wounds and everything.
Is that the 5 and 5 that I'm looking at, or did you not roll that yet?
No, I did not roll
Okay.
yet. I'm checking to see what I need to roll. Spirit roll.
Uh-oh. Do you want to spend a penny? You got 3 of them.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I mean, that might teach her, honestly. Okay.
It might.
Describe for the stream, what is it like when you become corporeal and you succeed? What does this lady see as she kind of like blinks in and out of consciousness?
So when he succeeds, he well, first of all, he's going to basically appear out of nowhere because he was invisible.
Yeah.
He's going to appear out of nowhere. He looks very much like he did before he died, dressed in a nice suit. Looks like a corporate type. Not a whole lot that would make him stand out, because he practices blending into crowds and such.
So she just sees like this guy in like a suit,
yeah,
suit
this
coat kind of thing, and
white collar guy.
Yeah.
Who knows who he works for? Just pop into existence.
a little pale, but maybe not worse for the wear other than that, right? So okay, you do. So you
Right.
pop into existence, and honestly, she's on the verge of being not responsive, and you notice on the same notice roll that you notice her, you realize that her partner is dead. He's not moving.
I
He's dead.
can't help him.
Doesn't seem so. What do you do?
I yank whatever drug paraphernalia is attached to her
Okay.
off. She's got
Fling
a
it.
needle whatsoever. I yank that out.
Okay.
And then I am actually going to have to go incorporeal again to use my healing power on her.
You sure will. So as you're doing,
Yes.
you yank it, and she looks up at you, and there's this moment where your eyes meet, and she starts convulsing. She's looking at you, and she's got such pretty eyes, and there's just, you feel her eyes on you,
Oh.
and then she just and starts to die. What does that do? The roll that you just did.
That is my spirit roll to become incorporeal.
Okay. So it's funny, you're
So I'm
holding her,
still
you're
visible,
holding her
but
hand
now
there for a
I'm-
second, and like this frost appears over her skin as you go incorporeal. And we're gonna pause here because that's a lot of
Yes.
acting that you've done. We're not in initiative exactly at the moment. I'm gonna be putting you in, but I think it's blocks. Blocks, what are you doing? So this guy, the dog's running up. You say something about Canine Patrol, and he's just basically like, "What the fuck?" And he kind of leans at an awkward angle. It's just like pow, 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 and shoots his gun. Nowhere near you. It just kind of hits the asphalt and kicks up some pebbles of asphalt near you. What do you do?
I'm gonna open the door and say, I'm gonna guess that's consent to search your vehicle. I'm gonna open the door.
You just walk past him.
Just
Okay,
wait.
yeah.
And then the first thing I'm gonna do is if there's keys hanging there, I'm gonna take his keys. If
Okay.
it's probably doesn't have a key because it's like whatever. He's probably got a key fob in his pocket, I would guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will stop the engine.
It's definitely not locked. Okay, so you reach in and
Yeah.
you kind of hit the button. The thing that jumps out at you, there's this helmet, and it's the helmet with the faceplate and the V. This gives you the sort of flashback to outside of Mordred's bookstore. This guy's
Mhm.
this is a vile trooper.
Oh. I was like, oh, looks bad for you. Apparently, you have some paraphernalia here that's not to be used. So,
How does he break free? He's going to make his strength roll as you're searching.
so he gets a strength roll. Let's see here if I can actually find it on the other thing here. -2 to break free.
Okay. So
A raise will allow him to break free and stuff in the same round.
okay. So all right. So a regular success at a -2 penalty will let him break free. but he's done then for the round. And
Correct.
Then,
if he but if he gets
got it.
a
All right, here we go. So he's
yeah.
gonna roll. Is he? Hello. No. Okay. So -2. He would succeed though. No, wait.
Well, he'd get a 3.
One. No. Yeah, he's still stuck because -2 would be 3. So yeah, he pulls on it really hard, and he's like, "What the fuck? Some fucking toys," he says, as you're searching. Let me think. He's got his right hand. Okay, so he tries, but does not succeed. And he
Squeeze on a couple more shots.
He's got some weird yoga shit going on right now.
yeah, exactly. And I'm picturing you got him here on his arm and not necessarily down here. It's all tight and weird.
Yeah.
Rocket. Right. So you're right there. I'm going to go ahead and move us into initiative. This is going to be a fun one. But what do you do?
Oh man, you're gonna have to go for a ride here. And it starts spinning in a real tight circle in a whirlwind.
Oh! It's just funny to me.
This is not gonna feel good.
Okay, so you start spinning.
A strength at -2.
Yeah, but the thing is, he can't really do anything to resist it. He can't hold on to anything. I'm going to give him. I'll give him strength at -3. We'll see.
He can probably grab the fender of the car, I would think, or something like that.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Like the step down.
Why is the turn order blank after I just added all those turns? That's a shame. Okay, so let me give him his. Oh, that's really weird.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Strength at -2. No. Wait. No.
Oh, right.
Special no, because he's an extra, so there's no wild die there for him. So yeah, he's like, whoa, and he's got his gun and his other arm.
He's gonna go 6 inches away.
Yeah. So you tell me where he goes. Ping the spot on the map.
That direction.
Ping the spot
Whatever
on the
for.
map where he goes. Is that compass directions?
It says D12 direction.
So I'm going to assume he spins, and he's there. He drops his gun. Of course, you hear it clattering off in the parking lot, and he's there with his arm attached to his leg, like whoa, hurrah, goes straight up, and you see him disappear over the roof line.
Oh. Bye.
Okay, so he's been dispatched. That brings us to Mordred. Mordred, what are you doing?
Well, it's been a while. I started up at the top and was running down towards the bottom of the map for the truck, but if I heard the gunshots, I'd go to a sprint.
Yeah.
And ready the armor and sword. So I guess I'm at the corner by now.
Yeah, I think you round the corner to see the guy like, "Whoa!" and you're there all armored up and ready to go.
That's not going to be a nice landing.
Do I see them?
No.
You think you know because we're behind? She's half in the car. And
I'm half in the car
dog.
digging in the fucking
you see Tornado Dog going on.
Looking sort of that direction where he came from, looking for them.
The truck's over there is that point my robot on.
Okay.
It's a semi.
Well, why was the guy flying through the air?
He had a gun.
Oh, he was the one shooting?
Yeah.
Well, he won't be missed.
Fox was just causing trouble again.
He's a vile trooper. He's
really
like one of those guys outside your bookstore. Actually, he could be the guy responsible for fucking your bookstore.
Well, he's on the roof now, so he's probably
He is on the roof. He's on the roof. He's got a bunch of stuff in here.
I go over to the truck.
Anything cool? I'll hop in the truck.
So you hop in the truck. I'm wondering, did you guys see? No, I guess not. That's strange. Hang on.
Huh?
I'm not seeing this in the chat. Do you see the thing in the chat coming across? No, you should be seeing.
No.
All right, what's it doing now? Lovely. All right, so as you're there talking, what's going on here? What's happening? You realize that you have been observed by this fellow, right? We may start getting rolls through. Yeah, okay, fine, we do. I'm taking the first of those rolls. Literally, dude, that was like that lag is not cool. Sorry. Token layer. So this guy here who is actually
Talking about the people by the truck.
nope, right by
He's
the
talking about the guy in between the purple car and
yep.
the red.
So he's kind of actually sort of right about here. So
Right
he pops
underneath
up.
the key.
And you, so the way you realize that he's there, Mordred, you're there like, hey, what did you guys do? Blah, 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 whatever. You hear this sort of like, tink, 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 tink. I want everybody, please, to make a vigor check.
Ah, that guy.
Do I get any kind of bonus for being inside the vehicle?
You do. Give yourself a nice, okay.
Oh, thank God for wildfire.
I'm assuming I'm covered since I'm in the building.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we'll get back to you in a second.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh!
Flocks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The Land Rovers are so solid.
Yeah, you so this
Good
is
thing this wasn't a Ford Escape.
yeah. So you hear this it's like sort of in the cinematic thing when a grenade goes off and the proper sound gives way to like ears ringing, right? It's like and you feel the energy wash over you and it makes every muscle up your spine just tighten, but you manage to fight through it. However, you will operate at -2 for 1d4 rounds. James, roll 1d4. You are not shaken though. 1 round. I hate you, James. Fine. So for next round, your next action will be at -2. As this thing kind of went off. Let me see. That's that. That brings us back to Spectral Avenger. What do you do, Mr. Spectral Avenger? You are trying to save her life.
Yes, now that I have become incorporeal again, I will use my healing power on her, which requires me to thrust my hands into her body.
Don't get gross.
Enter her.
As you hear a thump on the roof as somebody
Randomly.
lands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Bang.
sure I heard the gunshot and everything else, but there's a person right here in front of me. I'm going to focus on that for the
Oh,
moment.
he's actually a
Absolutely.
hero.
Really intense CPR.
Kind of like that.
Wild die saves you.
That is my spirit roll.
And what does that do? That manifests the healing power?
I must, I saw it. Make a spirit roll as an action with a penalty equal to the victim's number of wounds, if any. There is no penalty for fatigue.
Okay. Got it. So you reach in as she's convulsing and you feel just this horrible toxicity inside her. Tell me, how does it play out? How does this scene play out? You will successfully save her. She's an extra, and I'm not looking to keep you in this room for much longer, so much as to add to the chaos. But how does that play out?
So I, just reach towards her, just not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Probably stick my hands into her abdomen or something like that.
Just like thrust in there.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Just thrust into her abdomen, and there's of course the accompanying ectoplasmic residue, but there is a cold, almost frozen feeling, and there is a soothing energy that passes into her body and relieves whatever ill effects she's suffering.
So her eyes snap open. And she's just there, and it's like she can see the shimmering, barely outline of you. You're still kind of disintegrating from going back to non-corporeal. And she says, Who are you? Who are you?
Donovan, stop doing drugs. I won't be there the next time.
She passes out. And that's the last thing she'll remember from her stay at the hotel. Okay, so cool. So we'll pick up with you. You'll be able to move normally and do all that sort of, engage in the group. Brings us back to Blocks. Blocks, what are you doing?
So that guy kind of popped his way up, right?
What guy? Yeah. So so actually, I'm going to be honest, give me a notice roll, because you don't know. You heard the tick, tick, tick.
Oh, yeah,
you're in the car,
right.
So you have
Never mind.
no idea where that came from.
Yeah, I didn't mean to metagame there.
Yeah, give me a notice.
Roll is 1d4. Unless you.
I'm trying to think here.
If you want to figure out where he's from, give me a notice check and to see if you can triangulate. If you succeed, if you get a raise, you know exactly where he is. If you just succeed, you know the general area where he is.
So I'm gonna slap the guy's helmet on and go out the other side of the car.
Oh, okay. The fuck's
and
wrong?
like come down this way.
Okay. Let me get some initiative cards.
So that way, like as he sees me over top of the cars, all he'll really see is the helmet. So they might think that I'm this buddy. I doubt it.
Okay. This is terrible. But okay, so you do that and then we'll move into initiative. All right, so you do that. I'm gonna take you pick persuasion or performance. To try to fool him into believing what you're doing.
So unskilled's -2 and that's -2, so it really doesn't matter. So just go with persuasion.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
No, I'll spend a penny because I have like 100 of them.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right.
Oh.
So you realize just as you're about to poke your head out, you're like, "Ah, shit! No, I need to be a little taller." And so what do you do though? So you poke your head out and try to get noticed. Is that your thing?
Well, I guess if I need to be taller, if I would second guess that, instead of doing that, I would. I'm gonna grab his fancy gun. I'm gonna see what it does.
Well, so no, I would assume. So you had already committed. So you had the helmet on.
Yeah.
So you peek out. What I'm asking is, as you do that, like, are you trying to like be noticed or what? Like you?
No, I wasn't trying to be
Okay.
noticed, but I wasn't exactly being stealthy either.
Okay. So as you put you put the helmet on, your field of vision goes kind of a green tint, and immediately you're kind of like there's like a bird flying up high, and you see like this little crosshair kind of pop up there, and you look, and the crosshair turns yellow. You look directly at it, it turns red, and you're like, oh shit! And in your ear, you hear basically. Spread out. The plan is foiled. Tell the witch. You hear in your ear. Unit 3.
Hey guys, I got their comms as active in this helmet.
And as you say that, what? Who? How did you get on this channel? What are you talking about? It's apparently voice activated.
Oh shit.
What do you do?
Well, I don't know anything about this shit.
Yeah. What do you do? So you're there, you're just like in your sweet leather jacket and whatever, looking all blocks girly, and you've got this fucking weird Cobra soldier helmet on. What do you do with it? What do you do with this?
Oh, I told you I was gonna snag whatever that fancy gun was that I saw.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm gonna try to find out what it does.
Yeah, how do you go about it? You pick it, it's heavy for one. You also realize that it seems to have a shoulder, like a backpack type thing. You could use it as a satchel.
It's like a really
it's
big
a
gun. Big gun.
Yeah.
It's like a Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah,
No, they're on to Donovan.
I'll put it on.
Okay. All right, that'll be your action for the round, but you'll get it on. I'm going to ask you to give me an electronics check just to make sure you sort out the switches and the trigger's pretty obvious, but getting it turned on and all that stuff. Yeah. You're like, dude,
I've seen this model.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, this is like fucking Ghostbusters, and you're like, okay, so moving over to Mordred now. No, Rocket, I think, is after. Actually, let's fold into initiative order. It'd be easier for us all. So let's see what the cards say. Descending. So it would actually, we're going to go to Grenade Guy, just honoring the order of this round's initiative. So the guy throws the grenade. He may or may not be just kind of confused for a second. You see him kind of looking around. And then he basically reaches next to him and pulls up a rifle and aims and is going to try to shoot Mordred in the back. Well, actually, Mordred probably would be aware at this point, I would assume.
Well, I mean, he threw the grenade and is doing this, and I haven't done anything yet.
Yep. Oh wait, you're okay. But let's just stick with initiative. It'll be fine. Yeah. I don't think he'll hit you because you can't be hit anyway. Because you're.
Well, I can be hit. It just doesn't do anything.
You're like, it does nothing to me. Okay, so he's going to. Oh wow, it actually came through that time. That's nice. So no, he shoots, and literally he pops up so fast that he actually shoots the hood ornament off of this car. And it just shoots it into a whole bunch of different pieces, rolling a 1. So now we will move on to Mr. Spectral Avenger. We'll get to you, Mordred. Wait, where is Mordred? He's not in the turn order. Do you see him?
After me.
I've got a 7.
Okay, I see.
That was after
yeah,
Rocket.
I see you there. Okay, got it. Avenger, you have saved a life. What do you do?
There's some commotion going on outside. I heard the shot. And shortly after I heard the grenade.
I'm going to assume, given all
correct?
that's gone on, the grenade probably would have happened while you were saving her life. And then, yeah, at this point, there's shots starting to be fired out there.
Okay, then I will basically charge out of the room probably to about here and take stock of what's going on and what I can do to help.
Okay. So you move out.
I'm assuming it'll take me some time to assess the situation.
Yeah, give me a notice check. Let's see if you see the guy behind the car. Coming through the wall, I'm thinking probably. Okay. So you sort of, more than anything, your attention is drawn to the pieces of hood ornament that are splattered everywhere off this sort of vintage car. And you look, and you see a guy kind of ducked down behind there. You've moved. You don't really have line of sight at this point. He's got pretty good cover. What do you do?
This is the guy behind the red car?
It's this guy over here behind the red, next to the purple car there. Here, this guy.
Okay. How does movement work?
I've
already moved,
Each
so I
number
need to
is
wait.
1 square.
Yeah, each number is 1 square, basically. It's the easiest way to look at it. And your pace is...
But I've already
Yeah,
I've already moved this round.
correct. Yeah, if you wanted to do nothing but move, you can move a lot further. You could use your running die. So what that is, basically your running die allows you to, if you just roll next to pace, that will tell you how much further you will run, but you have to commit to that, and that means you can't do anything else.
Okay, I will do that.
Jesus. Okay. So you can run 8 more squares.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay. So put you just kind of hover along.
I'm gonna get right in his face.
Okay. So you're kind of moving. You're invisible though, right? You're not like.
No, I did not go invisible again after saving the lady. I'm incorporeal.
Okay,
but I'm visible.
Give me a d6 roll and let's see if he notices you because he's just ducked down. I'm thinking probably not, to be honest. Yeah. Well, okay. So he ducks down, and then you create this really weird vaporous kind of shadow because you're not exactly transparent, you know. So he kind of looks up and he's looking kind of right at your midsection, and then he looks up at you and you're looking down at him. And we'll see how his first action will be to make a spirit roll to see if he can handle that when his turn comes around.
Now, can I use a free action at this point?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
I want to activate my fear power. That's a free action.
Oh, good. So it'll suck for him next round.
You really
Okay. So yeah, you start to activate that. His reaction that will happen on his turn, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Rocket, you are spinning around like crazy. You come out of that, and as many times as you've done that, you're still dizzy. But what do you do?
I'm gonna take notice of what's going on. I'm just gonna kind of look around for a sec. The grenade came from somewhere.
Yes. Give me a notice check. That'll be at -2 if you're trying to figure out where exactly it came from at this very moment.
Your D4 for flashbang.
Yeah.
7, not 9.
Okay. Yeah. So it helps that the Spectral Avenger is moving that general direction, and you kind of glance, and Mordred's looking that direction. Yeah, you absolutely see him, or well, you see the car. I'm going to assume that you don't see the person because he's behind it. Although you're low, so I think maybe you notice a form crouched behind it by looking under the car.
What kind of car is it? Is it just like a?
It is a no. It's like a classic, like sort of Buick Regal that he's next to because it had a hood ornament.
So knowing Spectral Avenger is going forwards at him, I'm gonna move around, kind of like flank him, and get to the edge of the car down here.
Okay. Are you trying to be
And,
sneaky sneak, or are you just gonna haul ass? Like, what? How do you approach that?
I'll try to sneak.
Okay, give me the roll. Stealth.
Wild die.
Yeah. So you're moving around, and here's what you know. So see all that shit at the bottom?
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, I'll let you change your general. So your move is going to be used. So you still get an action, right? So you can continue to do what you're going to do.
So
or,
I'll act as I have extra actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go super fast, seeing all these people down here.
Okay.
And I'll pick up and book it to about here. And I will large blast template whirlwind.
Okay. So
there's a whole bunch of people down here.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, all of these folks who are, let me explain what you see. There's a couple of vile troopers there, right? So the vile trooper with the red dot there at the corner has one of these backpack guns. The front of it, it's got like these sort of forks. You're not sure what the deal is. It's got 4 of them. It's like they focus something. You don't know, but it's got this weird hose backpack. He's actually turned the corner. So as you run up, obviously it's gonna frighten them. The other 2 guys are pretty standard. What's really fucked up is as you stop, this giant fucking muscular panther is there, and it just is like, and it just lunges forward.
Hey there, little guy.
And then this absolutely drop dead gorgeous woman is there. She's dressed in this long cape and this very form-fitting kind of armored bodice sort of thing and these kind of tall boots or whatever. And she's got this staff. And as she sees you, her eyes, which is really riveting blue, kind of flare. And as you look at her, I'm going to need a spirit roll.
So do I get my whirlwind off before that happens?
Nope.
Right. Spirit roll. We got a 4.
Okay, so you're not quite ensnared, but you are captivated by this woman. And somewhere, like, you can feel your physical body, with your actual physical body in the crate, just literally, like, tingle all over.
Oh.
And it's literally just this incredible.
Damn.
And she
I haven't felt that in a while.
Calm down, puppy dog, she says in this beautiful voice. I mean,
real tempting offer, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
So you start your spinny spin. So just real quick. To kind of get back, because there's a little of a slant. Now that we're in the initiative, there's a little bit of a slant thing to happen to James. So I'm going to pause you there, and I'm going to take it to Mordred. Okay, so Mordred, so you're there. Rocket's just like, there's this guy.
Okay, there's people down here.
Yeah.
I yelled
well, it's like the flashbang went off. It was like, tap the helmet to clear my head, and then slowly turn and scan who did that, and they take a shot at me, and I see that guy.
Yep.
And I just start walking in that direction.
Okay, and you see the spectral avenger is there as you approach as well. So you get there. Donovan is kind of like standing in the engine block of the car, looking down at him. What do you do?
Looks like you have this.
Think so.
And keep going and go to take out the pace and get to where Rocket went.
Okay. So right about the time that you get your full move in, you hear him say, "There's people down here." You can see this trooper and this trooper as well. I'm going to add some turns for all these guys. It's going to play merry hell at the end of this round, but we'll wait till the end of the round before I do. What's your approach?
I'm just going to charge right at the guy on the corner there.
Okay.
I don't know if I can make it. That's like my next turn, I think.
Yeah, I think that gets you to the move. So you're running, but what's good is you may disrupt his shot. So I'm going to allow you a free intimidate roll. You'll use up your turn, but you're scary. So you may actually cause him.
Is that its own skill?
It is.
All right.
Spirit if you don't have it. -2.
I don't. It's roll 1d4s for untrained stuff.
Well, it would be your spirit -2.
I don't take the -2 for untrained things since I've just been around
okay,
forever.
Then just spirit. Yep, then spirit. And circumstantially, actually, you're kind of scary no matter what. Wild Dog gets him. So yeah, so he actually I'll explain what happens here in a second. But yeah, you just kind of run, and you can see him kind of locked in. You can't see his face behind the shield, obviously, but you do see his eyes. In the sort of the way the sunglasses are penetrated or whatever, and they get very wide as you kind of get right up in his face. That brings us to Blocks. Blocks, what are you doing? You're pilfering. You get this backpack on, for better or worse.
Do I know? Did I see them like run off that direction?
I'm going to assume that you would notice as you come around the corner. Right, so you're kind of getting the backpack on and getting this thing. You're like, okay, and you come around the corner. You would see Mordred far away. You would not have been aware of all the shit that was playing out while you're putting that thing on.
Okay. I am going to walk this direction, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right to the front of this car. And I'm going to pull the trigger towards this guy over here that's by the purple car and see whatever the fuck this gun does, and if it reaches that far.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure it might not hurt Jim, or it might not hurt Donovan because he's incorporeal, so.
Okay. Give me a shooting roll. Your shooting roll is going to be at -2. You never really used this weapon before.
Is it -2? It's just -2 in general.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll spend a penny.
Okay, you're going to spend a penny. You're trying to hit the guy?
Oh
shit. Okay. Donovan. He misses, but what does he hit instead? Not you, because it's not what I'm going for here. What does he hit instead?
Asking me?
Yep.
Guessing if he's trying to hit the purple guy, he's gonna, or the guy behind the purple car, he's gonna hit the purple car.
Got it. Okay, so first of all, when you pull the trigger, right, it's not like a rifle where it's like pow, like a quick. You pull the trigger and you feel like
she's gonna hit the purple car.
Pow. So there's this charge, and then a bolt hits this car. As it hits the car, reality tears, and the trooper gets sucked into it. Donovan, please give. Please give me a spirit check.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, good for you. Okay, so you feel for the first time ever, Donovan, it's the first time ever, for the first time since you've died, you feel horrendous pain. As this tear, you see into it, and there's just nothing on the other side. And you feel it pulling at you, and you're reaching out to grab something, but there's nothing to grab, and you're like grasping at cars. It's pulling you close, and just as you're about to be sucked in, the hole closes. And what's left of the trooper as it closes behind him basically is just like his boots and the toes of his right foot. What do you do? How do you react to that, Mr. Donovan?
I am a bit freaked out. I'm gonna disappear from view.
Okay, so you'll do that. So that Blocks, are you gonna any move or anything now that you know what's going on?
So I'm gonna do my best Jim Carrey impression from The Mask. I'm like, that's one spicy meatball.
Okay, cool beans. All right, so this guy would be next, and he's dead. Wait, where is he? He's dead. So actually, you are. Yeah, go away. Get out of my turn order. Report a bug. Yes. Donovan, you're up next. What action would you like to take now that this guy's been...
Tyler dropped again.
Oh, Tyler. Did he drop?
I think so.
God damn.
He might have just turned his camera off. Did it shift?
I think he just turned his camera off.
Well, we're still.
I didn't.
We're okay.
My cat unplugged my camera.
We're actually okay since he was the last. Since he was the last to join video.
So that was the last drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, so it's not bad, huh?
I'll take this time to welcome N. Carlson 2717 and EK Carls. I'm assuming you're related, or maybe the same person. Everybody should go create 2 Twitch accounts. Follow us. Okay, you're back. Good.
Yeah, my cat fucked with the cord, and it fucked. I was trying to wave her away from the cord.
Donovan, this happened. You become invisible. It is your turn. What do? You are obviously, I'll call it shaken, but not officially shaken game rules, but like wow, that was scary. What do you do?
Can't hear him.
You there? You muted?
I check out where that blast came from because I don't know it was Black Squirrel.
I think you look over your shoulder in time to hear. So she's wearing this fucking helmet. I've never heard her say she took it off. And she's
A
just
giant gun.
yeah, and it's Blox Girl obviously with this helmet on, but she's got this weird sci-fi looking rifle thing, and it's like weird vapor coming off the end of it. And she says the thing about the spicy meatball as you look at her.
Okay, well, not knowing what to make of this thing that she's got or where she got a hold of it, I am going to take cover by the building.
Okay. So you take cover, like literally the ghost.
You made a ghost take cover.
I'm kind of scared. Yes, I've never had a threat to my not mortal life.
Yes. Okay. So you're going to take cover. Any other action? You're just going to move and take cover?
Well, I already made myself invisible, so yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to assess the situation again from where I'm at, because I don't want to be anywhere near this thing if she fires it again.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Give me a notice check. I'll let you have that as you're moving along. Mordra, move yourself up in the front where that guy is, by the way, just for visibility. So right about this moment, you notice that, so all this is happening. The Spectral Avenger is in motion as you're in motion, and you see him approaching. There's another one of those guns, and this guy that he's approaching has it. So it's not the only one of these that's out here. So FYI. Rocket, you are up next.
So the guy Mordred's approaching has it.
Yes. I'm going to let all the baddies go on the end of the turn so I can avoid eating up time dealing out cards just for the rules lawyers at sea.
You're welcome. Now you know what it does. Now that you guys are over there right in its face.
Yeah, now that we're over here right next to it, having to deal with it, yeah, it's great.
I will at least call a warning out to Mordred if I can do that.
What's the warning?
Be careful of the guy with the gun.
Okay, cool.
Not that it's very specific.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. So you just, yeah. And it's like they all have guns, so that works
I'm
out.
still freaked.
Rocket, you're up next. What do you do?
I'm going to
be right back.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Mordred just move up to me. Let's see. Where is he?
That's like my destination. I'm like in transit.
Yeah, he's in transit. He's probably, by the time you're starting this, he's probably a square or so away.
Well, that's perfect, because he needs to be 10 foot away. Because it's a large blast template. Or how big is a large blast template in this game? I'm thinking Pathfinder 10 feet large.
Yeah, let's use that. That's fine.
I
don't want to.
So I'm going to do it once right there. And then I'm not really a big fan of this panther being near me.
Yes.
So then I'll move a little bit to the side.
It's a large blast template?
Yeah.
It's 12 yards.
Large blast.
It's 12 yards.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's large blast or smaller.
12 yards with four possible targets.
Yeah.
Large
yeah, up to 4 targets.
Or smaller. Yeah. Yeah, large.
Okay. It's gonna fuck that.
So I want to hit everyone except for Mordred.
Okay. So which you got up to 4 targets. So there's 5 potential targets there. And depending on where you are,
I'll hit
it's
the
obvious.
witch, the panther, the guy with the weird gun, and the guy beside me.
Okay. Do it.
And everyone makes strength checks.
Oh wow. Okay. That'll be fun.
At -2, because they're in the whirlwind.
All -2?
Yes.
All right, so we'll get the troopers out of the way first, because I got the trooper open. It's easy enough. Boop.
BRB.
I hope your cat's really strong.
Nope. Come on. Roll 20. There we go. Okay, one
Oh,
success.
that trooper's good. Trooper
So,
ain't
okay,
playing no
so
games.
2 troopers. You pick, I guess it'll be these 2 closest to
Who's the
you.
closest to the guy with the gun?
Okay, so I think it's
Yeah,
funny. I'll have to explain to Mordred what's happening to that one. So those 2, okay, those 2 will be off base. The
Now Panther Jerky.
kitty cat is going to... Come on.
Into Fifi.
Yeah.
Oh, don't look her in the eyes, Mordred. Tried to do something weird.
Kitty cat, no problem.
Just, without
Let's
the mics,
spend...
too.
No, we're spending a Benny. Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez. Okay,
that's-
still
that's still
still
not gonna
no.
do it.
So right. So kitty cat is thrown. That's funny.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh wait, is everybody back? Okay, good. I'm loading the witch's character sheet now, which takes a long time. Okie
So, I don't. They all go D10 inches away in a D12.
She will spend a
from
Benny
their
as
current
well.
position.
D10 inches. Roll that.
Yeah.
Let's just take one, and we'll just random.
All right.
Okay,
Well, 6.
so she's fine the
Six
second
is
time.
fine.
So interestingly, the way this plays out, right? The wind picks up. You see the 2 troopers. The first trooper goes flying. I'm gonna say into the building, just like smash, just gonna like, "Whoa," and is gonna be shaken, just immediately shaken. This one, Mordred, you're running toward him. You're like, I'm gonna cut your head off, and you see him just like, whoa, and he goes flying as the rocket tornado is in the midst. Ping the spot rocket where you would like him to land. Wherever you would like that to be.
Goes 6 squares.
Okay.
Putting like over, like towards 15.
Okay.
Just out in the open.
Somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Oop. So his gun, of course, is now he fires his gun up into the air as he's flying, and there's some kind of something that happens that none of you even really notice.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
The cat goes 6 as well. We're gonna say that winds up somewhere behind the truck.
I bet that feels great.
Again, this person is shaken, so we'll just quick little thing to remember that we'll do yellow dot for shaken is fine for now. She, the witch, stands firm in the midst of this wind, and her hair's just whipping around everywhere, and she says, "Stop!" Give me a spirit roll at -2 because you failed the first time, Rocket.
No, I passed the first time, didn't I?
No, you didn't. With penalty, no.
Oh,
It-
I had a pound.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was, I think you were right at 4 or something. Okay. So, how do you,
That's a
so you're
fail,
inclined,
that's
you,
a
you
penalty.
you hear her voice, and she's just so
I'm gonna
compelling.
spend a Benny.
Okay.
Hope to get better. Nope.
So, you hear her voice, and you're just like, nah, you're kind of spinning and spinning and spinning. Do you stop or no? You tell me. You're compelled to. I'll let you resist if you want, with a possible consequence.
No, I'll stop.
Okay, so you stop and you're kind of spinning.
Oh.
Give me a spirit check. She smiles at you.
Cool.
Okay. So she,
Spirit's not my strong suit.
yes.
guys.
So she takes her hand. she has her fist out. You know, she's got her staff, and she opens her hand like this, and Rocket goes flying. Like, landing. Watch me roll a 1. Landing right at his own feet. Oh, hang on. Come on. Shit, I can't do that in there. Wanted to do it in the one that would show what we're doing, but I can't because it's as a player. 2. Okay, so not too far. So she you're spinning, and she basically sends you flailing backward over by Mordred as she's here, and she will actually fly for her movement, and she just basically and lands over next to her buddy over here.
That's so perfect of a place to put her.
Because I've got
no idea.
I got my demon gun. Let me see. We got this guy here is actually okay. So he's gonna fire at Rocket, this fella, because he feels.
I'll be right back.
Yep. He feels like Rocket should die.
That's not cool.
Yep. And probably won't, but we'll see. He's gonna use his assault blaster. And through the magic of the internet, he's going to. He should hit.
So does it a heavy weapon?
It is not.
Then it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. Why not?
I have heavy armor.
Oh, okay, okay.
I have an armor level of 6 and heavy armor. I cannot be hurt by anything, and it's not a heavy weapon.
Well, so that. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So what does that look like? So he just opens up. He's just like. Pop, 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 pop,
I'm a
pop.
bomb dog. Like I'm meant to fucking blow up.
Yeah.
Like,
What does that look like as he's just peppering you with bullets?
I mean, I probably react at first, like scared, like it's gonna hurt me, and then it does nothing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Nice.
I just kind of like smile.
Okay. Thinking as your struggle with her, so we are back to. I'm going to add them into initiative now as they were no longer. So I'm actually going to do the card thing. So for those who aren't,
looks like
You froze, Jason.
what?
You froze.
I froze.
You froze.
Yeah.
Am I back now?
Yeah.
You are.
yes,
Okay.
and Twitch went out for a second.
Is it back now?
It's trying to come back. It's real grainy.
That's not my fault.
See,
No,
it's not only my computer that's broken.
Okay, so we're just the internet, I suppose.
So he peppered me, and that was the last thing that happened.
Yep.
Like I reacted.
So we're gonna
Smile.
do the cards. Oh, come on! I'm going to do the initiative thing. So for Savage Worlds, just so everybody knows and understands, it needs to stop. Savage Worlds, you're supposed to technically deal initiative cards every turn, which means you don't necessarily just go in sequential order over and over and over again. So I'm not doing them every turn, but I want to do them at least enough to represent the change in initiative here. And the
I don't think I got a turn.
Changing situation.
Yeah,
combat, all that.
Go ahead and close out
You're
the round.
going right now, technically.
Yeah, go ahead and close out the round. But yeah, all that was resolving for your run because all the rest of these combatants came in. But go ahead and take your action, James, if you want. And
Okay, you can deal out
no, go ahead.
and start then. All right, so turning that corner, the guy flew away from a tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket got thrown in front of me, and the witch flew by.
Yes.
Reassess, and since the guy I was going after is gone, and probably get the guy in front of the truck.
Okay.
Careful about the witch. She does some weird stuff to your mind.
Yeah. So he's being peppered with bullets and saying this to you as you run past him, and he's just like shooting at the dog. He doesn't even see you coming. Give me your attack roll. Watch Mordred's exploding dice. Ready? Watch for it.
Mordred's dice are gonna have an effect.
Okay, so the wild die explodes. So you're gonna get some bonus damage. Go ahead and
As if you fucking
roll that damage, please. And,
That's one part of it.
Yeah, so that's where it stops.
That's as
How
as
bad
it
is
can get.
it? Tell me, it's got to be bad though. I want to tear into.
Oh.
Jesus!
Since he's like, if he's just what is not a wild card or anything. He's just some mook.
Yeah, and
If he's just terrified there, it's just I pin him up against the truck and just jam the sword right through him into the truck.
Oh my god!
Nice.
And yank it out and leave him.
And because it's still hot, you're in the radiator, and it's just like steam.
That felt unnecessary.
Nice. So he falls down holding his gut, and of course expires on the scene. So you're a jerk, and he's dead.
And then turn to look where everyone else ended up after their little tornado.
Okay, you do. So you kind of get you're kind of getting your bearings. Now we will go ahead and deal cards to all. Turn order. Error trying to ran out of cards. No one has cards. Roll 20.
So many.
All right, I'm recalling all cards. Recall all. It says 54 cards in the deck. Here we go. I'm going to deal one card to everybody in the turn order and trying to. Okay, this is making me super. It's doing weird shit, guys. So
It's not dealing from a shoe.
No, so like I said, we'll just go with what's there. So that was Mordred. It's winds up at the witch.
There we go. Oh
No,
What?
it did it twice.
Did what? It did it?
Updated the turn order.
Dude, what the hell? Roll 20. Why you do this to me, Demi? Okay, fine. So we will then sort that to descending, and that will put Mordred. Hey, you win. So okay.
No, I'm not so happy.
Let me make sure nobody has jokers. Nope. Okay, cool. So Mordred, you're up. What do you do? Shut that off.
The guy that's like with the yellow circle there, is he just like dying next to the building?
He's not dying. He hit the building really hard, but he's in armor and stuff. So he's kind of like, ugh, and he reaches over and grabs his gun, and he sits up just in time to see you impale his friend. And he's recovering and getting ready to do some business.
Okay, we'll put an end to that recovery.
Okay. So you move over. Give us the roll. Let's see how bad it is. You need to get better with being gross. Okay, so your wild die will be a successful hit, especially since he's just prone at the moment. So you get a little bit of a bonus there. No aces there though, so no bonus damage. Jesus. Okay, good. How does Mordred?
So if he raises the gun up to try and get me, I just kind of sidestep and bring the sword down and like cut off both his arms, like at the forearm.
Okay, so he just and he's just spraying blood everywhere, Tarantino style. And the thing is, his hand, like as you chop through his hand, it activates the muscle, and he pap 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 shoots some miscellaneous rounds, and as the arms fall to the ground, and he will be not particularly interested in any further interaction with you, so we'll call him dead. We'll call him dead.
I don't think he'll be doing any action.
Yeah,
anymore.
we'll call him dead. Good. Because that would result in one wound, honestly, and so that kills your extras. Okay, so you kill him. Any movement? You've got a little room left, I think, in your movement. Any other free actions or whatever?
Can I like see the big cat back there at the back of the truck?
You have no idea that cat's there.
Okay. My attention be kind of turned back towards where the witch ended up.
Yep. Okay.
I don't even know where it went.
Yep.
I just threw it.
Got it. Block Squirrel, what are you up to with your Ghostbusters backpack?
I don't really like with the fact that I almost like hurt Donovan. I don't really think I'm going to play with this thing any longer.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to things that work. So I am going to begin running, and I am 12, actually like 11 blocks away from the witch. And so as I'm going to begin running and turn into a Lego lion.
She's flying.
Oh, she's flying?
Yeah, she's flying.
How high is she flying?
About 15, at the moment, about 15 feet off the ground.
I don't think I can leap that. Could a lion leap 15 feet in the air? That seems pretty unrealistic.
It does.
Gonna run and start off of that vehicle.
Yeah.
Could I do that?
I will allow
I don't
it.
think I can leap from the car.
I will allow it. I will say you're going to have to make a chain of athletics rolls, right? You're going to need...
Because I do have pounce. I do have pounce as a lion.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm able to leap at least a few feet.
That adds damage. Yeah. So what you're going to need to hit her, though, is you are going to need 2 athletics checks, the second of which has to ace. Because it's like you're going to jump up on the top of the car and then jump up in the air, and the ace is like catching her in midair. And but if it aces, I'll treat that as a successful attack roll as well. I think that makes sense.
The first one.
So the first one, so you fail. Are you going to spend Benny?
Hell yeah. Why not?
Are you dropping bennies as you go? It looks like you are, yeah. Okay.
I am. Sadly, I have like a shit ton of
give
them
yourself a... Hey,
I start with 5 and then you gave me
give
one.
yourself a free one because
I spent 3.
Yeah, and I didn't award you for the sweet role play around this gun thing. So this one's on me. Go ahead and re-roll.
Oh, well, then you gave me a 6th. That's a 7th one. So, like, give me...
Bennies are flowing like water, man. That's what they're there for. So re-roll that athletics. Oh, it's doing the thing where the internet... Hang on.
Jason froze.
Yeah, you guys all froze. We probably... Yeah, there was a little bit...
It glitched for a second, but then it froze. It freed back up.
Okay, so...
That's a 7.
Okay, so your first... Okay, so the re-roll... I got 2, so...
Yeah, so the first one I re-rolled and got a 4.
Okay, so your Lego lion... What color are you? Need to know.
Yellow. I'm like the Disney Lego set. It's like Simba.
Like yellow and like that like shit brown color. Okay, so you jump up.
Yeah.
And you the weight of you and you're like scratching the paint. You kind of dent up the roof, and then that second jump. Remember, it had to ace. So unless you spend a Benny, and
so what's an ace?
That's when it explodes.
Forgive me.
It has to explode. So it's.
Okay. It didn't explode. It's only a 7. Okay. Yeah. Can I spend another Benny? That'll leave me 2 left.
You spent 1 on the first roll. You can spend 1 on this one, and then if you fail yours,
come on, baby,
you fail. No. So you do this, and
I rolled the wrong thing.
Academics. Either way.
Still didn't ace it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's funny as you're flying through the air, you're like reading about physics. Oh, I see. So you land on the car. You jump off, and literally you're just right. Your claws are so close, but you pass each other. But what she looks at you with this look like, what the fuck? As you pass in midair. And so that'll be your turn. But that was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is this guy? He's gone. He's dead. So we'll take care of him. Sorry. He is... Oh, good. Okay. So... Mordred. Boop boopy doo. Hello. So you're focused on. I mean, it's a lot of noise, and actually, because you're Mordred, I'm going to allow you to make a notice check against this stealth check.
Oh, I think he got me.
Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a benefit of the doubt. So this completely silent attacker, I think there's this moment. So remind me what you were just doing, Rocket. You were... What was your last action? You're muted, I think.
Yes.
You're still
unmute yourself.
I had just whirlwinded and then got pushed back.
Okay. Cool. So there's this moment where you notice it, but you don't really have time to react. Just representing how close you are. There's no way, I don't think, because you were kind of focused probably on the witch. This thing comes in. Shadow. Hello, kitty.
Give me 1 second before you roll.
No. It's attacking Mordred.
I know.
Oh!
Can I take free actions on not my turn?
No. Sorry.
Okay. Never mind.
And so Mordred.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. 'cause I
Yeah,
couldn't do
that's
that.
so. This thing basically comes out of nowhere, and your heads-up display and stuff in your armor just starts to go ape shit, and it is going to do some damage. he's going to spend his second Benny because that's shit. I need a Mordred-sized roll, and I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. Okay, what is your toughness?
More than that.
So the heads-up display in your armor goes crazy, and there's this really heavy, crazy muscular panther that has now jumped on your back and is chewing at your neck, not getting through yet, but you're gonna be hindered because you've got this thing grappling with you. So you've got a kitty. Yeah, so that sucks. I was hoping for better damage with a good roll, but that's all right. I'll move on now to Mr. Spectral Avenger. I think the cat marks you. That's his movement action. It's his free action. He pees down your armor. Spectral Avenger.
Hey, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this witch flew onto the scene.
Yes.
This is the first I've seen of her.
Yeah, you see her. Yeah, exactly. You're against a building. You've kind of watched the shit playing out. You really just heard stuff around the corner, right? And then you see her fly from between the buildings. You see this Disney lion this scene, and that's about when you're acting. Yeah, what do you do?
Disney Lego line.
Okay.
Disney Lego lion.
It's reasonable to assume this is the witch referenced in the message we heard earlier.
I don't know. Is it?
I think it is.
Okay, you do you.
So if you're okay with that, I'm going to treat her as the major bad guy here.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a staff. She's got a cape. She's not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Kind of
She
giving
could
off
just
the
be a
witchy
bad
vibe.
cosplayer.
Yeah, you decide.
But she's flying.
Yeah.
I'm going to mind
Yes.
control the trooper.
Which the one with the
Right next to her.
the one with the crazy gun.
The one
The
with the
one
crazy
with the
guy.
crazy gun.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay, I hate you both. I hate all of you. Go ahead and he has to make a spirit check.
Smarts check.
Smarts check. All right.
Payback
So
time.
I had Tyler keep me honest, but I think I spent one GM Benny earlier. So I've got two. Oh
yeah,
my
so you spent
god. Ooh. Ooh, this is opposed?
Yes.
All right. So unless
luck.
some free
Good luck, you got a 17.
All
You
right.
better hope he fucking better roll out of this world.
I'm gonna hit the button. Watch him. Well, okay. So
Uh,
I'm gonna spend.
Aw, he was
I
so
have-
close. Not.
Nope.
that was
No,
the cat
that's a cat.
smarts,
All right,
not
that's
the-
fine. Cat's not as smart, but I'll still take that as a. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm going to spend one of my two remaining GM bennies just for the hell of it for theatrics. And I think we should introduce a thing too where the chat could award me with an extra GM benny if I do well.
And us, if we make it really like entertaining for
I
them.
like that. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. I'm going to do the Benny. That'll leave me with one, and it's not any better. Okay.
Not gonna happen.
So he, Donovan, you, what does he hear in his head? Is he's trying to process this? He's kind of looking around. He's recovering from having been flung. He's got his gun.
Shoot the woman flying over you.
Oh, fuck.
How
How does that? Okay.
Gun? It's gonna kill you.
So
really
so
cool
does this
bad
happen
guy.
on his turn, Eric?
I have no idea.
All right. It will happen. It happens on
It
his turn.
would be fair. Yeah.
Good. I hope somebody kills him before. I'm running out of villains.
Well,
here.
you haven't assigned him a turn,
You're right.
so his turn will never come.
It's usually my job to kill the mind control guys, but I'm busy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that brings us to Rocket. He's getting a turn. He's going to go after Rocket. He's apparently
nothing
going
in
to
the
go after Rocket.
description says it alters the people's turns, so I would say on his turn.
Yeah, that makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Okay.
So
He came into the initiative order at right after Rocket anyway, so that's good. Good timing.
there's this big fucking cat on Mordred's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that one's not made of Legos.
Yep.
so-
And he's spinning
That one's
around.
not made-
Obviously, he's It doesn't. You have no idea if it's hurting him or not. I mean, this thing's big and really muscular, growly, and
I'm gonna try to grab its tail
with your robot arms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Give me a fighting roll for grapple there. I'm gonna give him -2 to
penny.
parry. What? Okay. Where's the kitty? Hello, Shadow.
He doesn't need the negative to parry. Still.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
not good at
Okay.
fighting.
Yeah. So you. I'm gonna assume.
8.
Yeah. I think you grab his tail because he's not. He's latched on. So you grab. Yeah. You grab
All
the
right.
tail and do.
I'm gonna run.
Okay. 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 Give me. Yeah. Okay. I like this. Give me a vigor check. Give me a vigor check. We'll do this.
8.
Okay. So, you thankfully you brace for this, right? Have you ever pulled on a lizard's tail?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so we have a lot of these little bitty lizards in Florida, and it turns out, like, you play with them as a kid or whatever, their tails are very fragile. And so you grab this thing's tail and you're just like, now, what I'm going to ask though is you have to represent physics. So if you're going to run enough to hurt him, you're going to have to run far away. It's going to impact you in getting back to combat. You kind of,
Okay.
but you rip its
I
tail
have a
out.
base of 500.
No, you rip his tail out at the root. So you're just like, and he's going to make a strength check, I think, to try to hang on to Mordred. But he succeeds. So somehow he maintains his grip because the movement is so sudden, and it's just like. Now I'm going to give you for that hijinks 1 Benny, and he will take 1 wound because gross. So he's 2 more wounds to
Well, that
go.
went well.
So you stop. Where do you stop? Show me on the map. Go far. 'Cause-
Keep
The
Be on the
map
map.
isn't big enough.
yeah.
How big is the square?
It's around about 5 feet, something like that. 5, 6 feet.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Probably be like 100 squares.
Okay, so you're like off.
Oh, dude, I just
You're like
fucking
down the
take
height. Yeah.
off.
Okay, so you take off. You stop thinking like, yeah, I got this, and you're looking at this. You've got this twitching panther tail in your robot arm, and it's like gushing blood a little bit, from what's left in it.
Oh, I'm sure that felt great.
Okay, crazy trooper. I'm gonna roll for his attack, and I will let you, Spectral Avenger, if you so choose, spend bennies for his attack against the bad lady.
Okay.
Why did I say that? That's not nice to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems reasonable. He is going to shoot her with the void thrower that he has.
Void thrower. All right.
That sounds so cool,
Yeah.
Jason. I love it.
We got one.
I hope it hits her.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a Benny on that.
Okay, good. No, wait.
You're gonna eat that word.
Wait. Fun fact. You cannot spend bennies on critical failures, and wild cards don't get a wild die, so a 1 is a critical failure.
Okay.
So, what he doesn't realize, Spectral Avenger, is that his weapon has been damaged. When he got thrown and fell, the barrel was ruptured. Tell the stream, please, what happens to this unfortunate person as a void opens up at his abdomen.
Oh. This is like a black hole kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to like start sucking him in, and it's probably going to end up ripping him in half and like sucking his top half in and his bottom half in at the same time,
Yes.
which is probably going to be a little messy.
Yes. So he.
And then his intestines are like when you're eating spaghetti and you're like,
Oh yeah, there's got to be a
like
serpent
swirls
So-
around.
Best laid plans. That would have been epic. But yeah, so he dies a grisly kind of death. Either way, one less bad guy, right? So we'll take him back out of the turn order. This guy here is dead as well. So it is back to...
They're all dead except for the cat and the witch.
Yes, it is back to the witch.
You should probably mark off the guy next to the purple car.
No, I'm going to leave him there
He
for
gone.
posterity.
He gone too.
I'm going to leave him there.
He got sucked into...
I'm remembering him, though, man. That's just my way.
Okay, all right.
He was my favorite of
That's
these
his
guys.
memorial.
Okay. So, at this point, let me see. You are... Okay. Yep. So, she, the ghost lady, the ghost lady, the witch lady, flies about to here, and you're watching this unfold. You're like, oh, yeah, I hope she hits her. And then you realize, oh, she's coming my way. And she sweeps her hand out over you. I'm going to need a spirit check.
Does she come down, or she's still up?
She comes down to some degree, but not super far. Okay, good. That works. So she manifests her asshole. She
manifests her asshole.
No, yeah, she manifests her asshole. Yeah, she does.
That's where the black hole came from.
No, this. So she basically is spinning her arms like this, and Donovan, you feel a similar sensation to what you felt with the void cannon thing. However, it's not quite as intense. And how do you evade? There's no way to just resist. How do you evade? Because essentially what's happening is there's a spiritual attack.
Take a few steps back.
Okay, so you into the wall as you see this sort of ring, and let me see. Block's girl would be able to see this, I guess. This ring of spirits, angry, fucking feral spirits, just like you guys see Donovan disappear into this, but it doesn't actually impact him. Mordred, you were up next. What do you do?
Fighting the kitty.
Okay.
Well, they wouldn't see me because I'm invisible.
Okay, fair. So yes, that's a good point.
Body slam this fucking cat.
There's some snot on the wall in the After Effects. What do you do, Mordred?
Try to kill this big cat.
How so? It's on your back.
Try and throw, just
Does
reach up and throw it.
try to grab it by its
strong.
Grab
tail.
it by its scruff.
Don't try to grab it by its tail. Yeah, maybe if you roll high enough, you'll grab it by its scruff and rip its skin off. Okay. What?
I wish it wouldn't have held on.
Yeah. What do you? What's your plan? In order to get it off your back by physical force, I'm going to say you got to drop your sword. It's a two-handed.
Yeah, I assumed that. Yeah, it's on the ground.
Okay,
I've already done that.
Drop it. So it'll take you a second to recover it if you need to, and give me a fighting roll if you want to try to get it off you. Oh, good. So you get a solid grapple, and we're gonna oppose strengths and see if it can hang on. Why do I bother? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna start creating. Oh. Okay. So.
Barely.
No particular level of basic successes there. I'm going to assume that you get just a little bit on it. Tell me how that plays out. It's not off you all the way. You shift its weight off you, or what?
Or so we're at least face to face.
Okay. So you kind of pull it around, and you're struggling with it, representing, of course, your attack. And yeah, you are face to face, and its head is a little bit bigger than yours, and it's like with its big jaws. You do have some move you could use.
I'm fine just fighting it here.
Okay. Fist fight kitty. Blocks girl. So you are where you are. You see the witch summoning up some kind of disc of ghosts for, to you, no apparent reason. You can only guess that means that Donovan's over there. Because you're familiar with the invisibility thing. What do you do?
Right. I do have a question, rules mechanics wise. So, if something says it happens at the beginning of your action, can you move before that happens? Is that your action, or is your movement?
It's before
your action.
It would be before movement. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the example, though. I mean, we could house rule that if it's something specific. What are you trying to do?
So, if like my prime thing for my explosion, I have to stand still and do nothing, and then at the beginning of my next action, it goes off. So I can't move and then prime.
Correct.
I would have to. I didn't know if I could prime and then move to where I want to explode at.
No, you got to pretty much just be like,
Right.
it's like,
I gotta
like a
already
phaser
be
on
there.
overload kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to try this shit again. If she came down a little bit, I'm just going to attempt to do a running leap at her again.
Okay. What are you jumping off of? You needed the car before.
There's
She has
nothing
come down.
there, but I
She
was
has
hoping
come
with her
down.
coming
That's
down
fair.
a little bit.
That's fair.
Maybe a really solid athletics check.
Yeah,
to
let me
jump that
check.
far.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
a lion jump 10 feet in the air?
There's rules on vertical jump. Jumping 93. Give me 2 seconds because it's worth looking at just to see if physics will appreciate this. Jumping, so you can jump an inch, 2 yards. Yeah, give me that athletics check, and if you, I'm gonna say it's gonna be -2, but with a success, I think you could grapple her legs. It's 4.
Got her.
So you do, yeah. So you grapple, and she dips down as you kind of jump up. Now, lion-wise, you're sort of grappling and biting or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that
I'm trying to pounce on her, basically.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. The idea of pounce is more a
Like coming
stationary
down
target.
from
Yeah,
a
coming
shot
down
from
onto
above.
something. Yeah, exactly. You're kind of
Okay.
like trying to knock her out of the air. So there's not a whole lot of damage done, but you spin her,
Yeah.
and she sort of comes spinning much lower as she loses a little bit of control of her flight. And actually, so she's actually going to need to land this round anyway. So you actually bring her back down to the ground with that move, and I will let you attack based on that success.
Well, I'll use the lion has an edge frenzy, so it allows me to do 2 attacks, like a wild attack,
Okay.
as my attack. So first one's a 7, and I'll do a Benny on the second one. A 21 on the second one.
So the first one, it's laughable, right? The first one, she's just kind of sidesteps you and pushes you off. It's trifleous toy, and then suddenly you just lash back out. She's not expecting it, and you do hit her. So with that raise, you're going to get some bonus damage in there. So go ahead and give her some damage. You're fighting against a
All
toughness.
right. So how does the extra damage for the raise?
So when you roll damage, it'll you should see it'll give you a bonus damage right next to it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just D6.
It didn't.
Oh,
It
I
didn't
see.
give me
I see. So
What's
Because you didn't roll the damage.
you don't
roll.
have it as a weapon. That's fine. So
Yeah, I don't have it as a weapon, so but I might. Hold on, because it's so lion does D6 plus strength. So let's see what my hippo bite is.
Yeah, so that's 5. So if you just roll another
That's
D6.
too much.
And then the bonus damage on top of that, I think, is another D6. So 2D6 should get you the number we're looking for on top of the 5 that you just rolled.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a horse kick. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I was trying to see if I had something in my thing that would allow me to do it. Allow me to do a damage roll.
2d6.
Yeah,
2d6?
roll 2D6 and it'll get us a number we're looking for now.
All right.
So you got 5, and then whatever you roll here will be the effective damage. Okay, so you actually will shake her with your attack, and she is going to spend a Benny to go ahead and unshake immediately. You guys still have to make a vigor roll for that, don't you? It's been so fucking long since we played.
I don't think
I
so.
believe that's your last GM.
James, keep me honest. My brain hurts. It's late. Yes.
That's either your second or your last.
For her, she has not
she has
spent any.
different-
She got her own.
Yeah, she's the
Never mind.
wild card. So she would have bennies, and yes, she is going to unshake. But yeah, so you have. What did you do to her? Did you knocked her to the ground? What's the cinematic there? Did you bite her? Did you whack her with your claws? What did you do?
I would say I tried to bite at her to pull her down to first, and then she like spun into the ground, and I come over with like a claw.
Okay. So you swat her. I'm thinking that like representing like you just kind of knock her to the ground. She's still got her staff.
Yeah.
She kind of sprawls backward. Solid turn there. Shadow's attack is next, which will be interesting because he's gotten spun around into Mordred's face, and he's going to attempt to bite. Bite. Oh wait, that's just damage, isn't it? Sorry. Well, that will be the damage if the hit is successful, which won't matter anyway because Mordred. Right.
Bank.
Yay! Hit successful. What's your parry?
8.
Okay, so this thing bites, like clamps down on your armor and just kind of bites into it a bit, like crunching it. You can hear it straining. Is it worth it to reroll damage? It has spent 1 Benny. I have 1 Benny left of the GM pool, so it's going to spend one of its 2. No, it did that last round, so it's got its last one. I might have hurt Mordred. Go me. I think that exceeds your toughness, yes?
Armor 14, toughness 9, so 23.
No.
I mean, it almost did. It almost did. Let's face it. Yeah,
it's so close.
It's pissed off because its tail was ripped out at the root, and yeah. So what it does do though is it's going to cause some damage to your armor. So as it crunches into your helmet, because it's like right there, your heads-up display goes black, and you're having trouble seeing now. You're going to need to get that repaired. But yeah, its turn is over, sadly. And this guy's gone. Spectral Avenger, you are in the hotel. Are you watching TV? What's going on? Save some more hair on Alex?
No, my idea was to basically retreat and come out over here.
Okay, so you pass through some walls and pop out. You see, as you step out, the sort of swirling, this whirlwind of spirits. All eyes just snap to you like they can sense you, but it's clear that they're bound to that area. That will be a risk for you if you should step into it at any point, but you're fine. What do you do?
And that's right about where I was?
It is where you walk through the walls, so right there. Like,
I'm gonna...
something like that.
Yes, I'm going to close with her.
Okay.
Taking a roundabout way over this way.
Okay.
So to move more than my
you start dipping into
pace,
actions.
I have to roll, right?
Yeah. If you make a running roll, basically, I tell you how far you're getting around, which is really cool because it can ace. Jesus. All right. Oh wait. I was looking at the wrong roll. I saw 21. So you can run 12.
Okay.
Run that 12.
I'm going to close with her.
Okay.
And switch to my damage field, which will also make me visible.
Okay. And there's a roll there?
There is not. Okay. It is a free action to activate.
Okay. And so what is that? As you're moving up, Blocks Girl's right there. What's the radius?
Yes, but she's on the opposite side. It's adjacent characters only.
Cool. Okay. So what does that look like to Blocks Girl? Like if the camera is in Blocks Girl's
So there is
head?
a severe temperature drop, cold enough that living creatures can see the vapor of their breath when they exhale.
Nice. Okay. So you roll up, and she gets a spirit check.
And that is the damage.
She gets a spirit check to she gets a spirit check or no?
There is no check mentioned in the description.
Interesting. What
cold
about
as
characters
ice.
with arcane
Cold as
immunity? What's the nature of that? Because she's immune to some arcane stuff.
It is a spiritual attack, so if she's immune to spiritual attacks, then I suppose that will not do anything to her.
Yes. Okay. So Blocks Girl, she's facing you, and you see the frost kind of creeping, and you see her breath, like, and you get this feeling of like relief, like it's a great thing. that this bad guy's gonna die just like the last couple have, and she just kind of grins as the frost like frosts over her eyes, but it doesn't do anything to her. And,
suck.
Okay, so we are at where the hell is? Oh yeah, Rocket. So I'm gonna skip you for one round, assuming you're coming back. Fair?
I only moved a fifth of my base.
Okay, so fine. You move your full like.
I just.
Okay, so you come. Yeah.
I
Give me.
sprint back.
Remember, give me the athletics check though, because there is collateral damage when you're in cities and shit. If you're just trying to run flat out.
7. Yeah.
Okay, so you set off some car alarms and kind of blow through some stuff and knock over some, but nothing major. So you return. What do you do upon your return?
I'm gonna get back over here to help Mordred with this dumbass cat.
Okay. So Mordred's basically like grappling with it. He's kind of got fistfuls of its scruff, and he's biting his helmet. You come kind of running up. It takes you a second to get oriented to what's going on.
Fucking no offensive ability. I have whirlwind. It's like, and I'm real fast and real tough.
Bite his fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna try to bite it.
Tickle it.
I'm gonna fucking jump up and bite it.
Okay, give me your unarmed attack. Right? It was your,
punch it in its tailless
fighting.
backside.
It'd be a fighting roll.
Yeah. Do a backwards Courtney
Okay.
donkey kick.
You're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it. Give me a damage roll.
4+1.
Let's see. Shadow's toughness.
11!
Jesus fucking Christ! Really? Really? All right. So.
I bite its tail where its tail would be.
Ew. It's
Right.
spine. It's spine hole.
Eat ass.
So
Be fast, eat ass.
it's
Be fast, eat ass.
that should be the name of this episode. So its toughness is it's gonna actually
I
be
can't jump
shaken.
very high.
So you jump up and you're no. I mean, it left quite a hole, right, where you ripped and kind of right. So you jump and you bite the sort of stub of its spine that's there, and the pain shakes the creature, and it does in fact, as it would being shaken, it basically drops off of Mordred. Mordred, your heads-up display is all kinds of crazy.
So I'm gonna take my extra action to pick up Mordred's sword and kind of like point the handle towards him.
Okay. Nice.
Fucking kill this thing!
Okay, so when it's Mordred's turn, you're gonna have to resolve this. Can't see out your visor thing, but there'll be a cool cinematic there. But the witch acts next. So she has doesn't know that the Spectral Avenger necessarily is there, isn't necessarily as concerned. There's this lion thing here that's a problem for her.
Be fast, eat ass.
Be fast, eat ass. That's. I'm not going to name the episode that, but I should. I think it's like meet Mr. Sword. I like that. Okay. So the witch is going to.
It was Swordman.
Swordman, that's what it was. Not Mr. Sword. Okay, so her, you don't have any heavy weapons immunity, I don't think, to like spiritual stuff. Mordred, just checking your armor is more physical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she successfully hits you, but damage is probably not going to really do much to you. We'll see. It is spiritual damage though, so.
Dude, she's just ignoring me and shooting Mordred.
What the hell? No, I'm talking to Blocks Girl. I'm talking about Blocks Girl. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
You
I mean, I'm okay with this, but I mean,
brain fart. Mordred's like on another part of the map. Total bad brain fart. It's late. Tell me. Wait. So you don't have any resistance either, correct?
No, I don't have any resistance.
Fine. So you will actually. What is your toughness?
So my toughness is 8.
Good. So you will be shaken for the first time ever. The pain of this disruption hits you, and what's crazy is you feel the Lego the bonds that hold it all together just start to waver, and you
I'll immediately spend my last penny to shake it up.
Yeah. You feel yourself start to come apart, but absolutely, yeah. So you recover. You are now out of Benny's, and she is going to attempt to. Actually, she can't move. She's got to stand up. So she will shoot, and as you're recovering, she's going to stand up. She can't really run as yet. Mordred, what do you do? You've got a crunched up, fucked up helmet. It's a problem. What do you do?
Just rip it off, and dismiss it, and take the sword.
So I think what song is playing? You pick a song. When you rip your helmet off and you see the handle of your sword right there, what song is playing?
Crazy sword, the Highlander theme.
Nice. All right. So you grab your weapon as a free action, and the cat is there, and it's what do you do?
Just behead it.
You dick. Do you have
Dumb
Pete?
fucking cat. That's what
It
you
goes
feel
with
like.
the music.
Shit, yeah.
Pete is going to
Yeah.
cancel. Okay, fine. So go ahead and why don't you make your roll? Let's see if this happens.
You're really hoping it doesn't.
I like this cat.
Cats,
It's not. It's
cats fucking suck.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, nice. No. So interestingly, not. So you swing and the cat jumps back and kind of rights itself. What's you make as your second attack?
Reroll.
Reroll. Okay, so you spend a Benny. So it how does that work? So the second one's going to hit. Tell me why.
It faked out. It tried to dodge, but I caught it and corrected and kicked it and then cut its head off.
Let's not be so premature about the head cutting off there, mister, until you roll for
Kicking
damage.
cats.
Until you roll for damage. I'm not clicking the roll damage button. I'm not going to be responsible for that. If you like
that ass.
I like Thorg's idea for the song is if you like pina coladas. That's great.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
34.
All right, then. You cut its head straight down the middle and then into its shoulders. So, like, straight down the middle of its nose at an awkward angle, right? And it just folds open. And from where the witch is, you just hear this, like, shrill, like, scream.
I think you made her mad.
As you have
Oh.
killed her cat.
Well, the plan was to cut off its head and throw it at her because I figured it was her familiar.
Do you have any move? You just want to hang out here and revel in the gore? What do you do?
Well, yeah, it's like finish that off and then turn around and start heading towards the witch, wherever she is.
So yeah, you turn and start moving that direction. Blocks Girl, you're up next. You've recovered from being shaken, so feel free to act. What do you do?
I am going to attempt to basically full-on attack her. She's still there, right?
She's
Yeah,
she
she
is.
didn't move.
She's standing up
Okay.
at this point.
Was trying to actually put this together into an actual thing this time, so it won't be all stupid. All right, so I'm going to try to basically wild attack her and attack her twice.
Okay.
I can't do the pounce, but
Ooh, second
there you go,
one.
1 and 2.
Yeah, so the first one, not so much. So again, she swats you off with her staff, but you kind of anticipate her move and are able to bite her. Go ahead and roll for damage. Wait, that's damage.
So why does it do that?
So let me see.
Why did it
Strength
do
plus
that?
8 bonus damage. Yeah. So
Yeah, that wasn't.
yeah, I need attack rolls. Those are damage rolls.
It's supposed to be both. Why is it?
You gotta. There's a thing where you can change a setting for the button.
It literally says attack and damage.
But then you have to. I think you have to change the skill to fighting. Maybe.
No, it's listed as that. But anyway, I'll just go up here and roll a fighting roll.
20.
There you go. There's,
okay.
So both of those were damage rolls.
Yeah. So give me the 2 attack rolls.
So there's the fighting roll, and so the first one hit.
Okay. So I'll take the first attack and damage as the one that's successful there. So. Yeah. So she parries the first one, and you bite into her. But you kind of get her staff and her leg, right? You snap and then you bite, get her staff and leg at the same time, and don't do a whole lot of damage. She's going to be shaken, but she will not. She's got one Benny left after this, huh? She's going to unshake as well.
If anything.
Yep.
Eating her bennies.
Yeah, you absolutely are. Okay. And that puts you at a point where you're kind of engaged there. The cat is dead. Spectral Avenger, you are next. What do you do?
I'm gonna try a mind control on her.
Okay. I accidentally took someone out of the tournament.
Spectral Avenger.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, should I even roll for the damage field, or does it not matter?
No, it does not matter.
Okay, I don't know that, so I'm I'm not dropping it.
Yep.
But I'm still going to try to mind control her.
Okay. Give me an opposed spirit check. This is where this gets interesting.
Before or after the smarts roll?
It's smarts for her resistance.
Yeah,
Okay,
smarts for the mind
I'll do
control.
her smarts roll. Let's see if she. Uh-oh.
She ain't so smart.
Okay. So, I'm going to spend my last GM Benny. Because she ain't.
Stop doing that.
Okay, good. Okay, that's better. So,
Do I get to spend my last penny?
you can if you want to re-roll that. Yep, you can. Ooh, it's coming down to Benny Wars.
Oh, 8.
Okay, no, so she resists. And then give me an opposed spirit check, please. Where is your spirit check? Oh, it's 4. Okay. So
5 on the wild die.
yeah, so you're out of bennies, correct? You don't want
I'm
to spend any more?
trying to remember.
I don't think you've spent many, to be honest. So if you want to spend a re-roll, that's up to you.
That was your first one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, I spent one earlier because I already took one off.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
Service
spend
free.
one.
Okay.
That'll be my last one.
do it. Mm.
Nope. Better, but still didn't beat her.
She says, "No, Donovan," in your head. You kill your friends this time.
Oh shit.
And you're gonna. Until she's dead or you're dead. One of the two. Or until 3 rounds pass. However, Red Rocket.
All right. I'm going to piss on the cat. Just to assert dominance.
That's a free action, just a little twizzle. A little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck dumb cats.
Yep.
Dogs are better. I'm gonna. She's on the ground, right?
Yes, and she is trying to ensorcel Donovan. Now, keep in mind, she's got to go through her turn to complete that spell. So theoretically, you wouldn't know this is metagaming 100%, but you've got a chance to stop her. She's also the only thing left to kill, as far as you could tell.
So, I
Just
am going
realized
to be an annoying piece of shit like always. I'm going to try to take her staff.
Okay. All right.
It
So
worked. It worked on the last guy when I
Yep.
took his fucking crystal.
okay. Geez, so you're gonna move up. So so you move up to combat. She's interlocked with the lion chewing at her leg. Spectral Avenger having some kind of staring contest as you approach, and then the staff is pinched in the lion's jaws at her leg too. Remember, but okay, so you're gonna need a fighting roll to get a hold of that staff, and I think that means -2 because it's chaos in there. So that's gonna be a no without a Benny.
We're going to spend a bet.
Okay.
Take that real quick. Give me 4.
So you grab this thing. Now it's even more complicated, right? Hey, a cat's tail just went by. I saw, James. That's cool. So you've got the bottom of the staff. The lion's got the staff. Spectral Avenger and the monster are having a staring contest. Things are getting very complicated for her. So
I'm going to shake it. at a high speed.
Give me a strength roll there, or would that be athletics? Maybe that's athletics. Let's do that.
An agility or athletics skill?
Yeah, athletics is based on agility. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that. I was trying to read something.
Okay.
I just did the same thing a minute ago.
Yeah, I did earlier.
Okay, and she's going to.
I'm just being fucking annoying to her at this point.
Yeah. So somehow, as she maintains a presence of mind to hang on to it, but there's no way that I can rationalize her finishing her spell. So, this kill your friends. You feel the pull, Spectral Avenger. You feel it washing over you, and you're just thinking about how you might go about doing that. And then there's just a moment where it slips away like a fleeting notion, and the resounding answer you give back is what?
Be fast.
Screw you.
Nice. And then Mordred, you are now up next. What do
You
do?
remind me of LaFay, and I hate LaFay.
Come get her, big dog.
Okay, you guys are severely outnumbering the witch. You're going to get a +2 attack. You might kill her.
I just picture him striding across as he dumps his helmet on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll go for the wild attack. It's another +2.
Okay.
+4. Oh.
So +4 to this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that'll be a successful hit, right? So no raises, so no bonus damage. Thankfully, give me the roll for damage.
One part and the other part.
So the good news is the way the mechanic works. So she'll be shaken and take a wound. So you kind of slash her, blood flies. She drops down. She's still got her staff in her hand. She just lets out this scream, and it's just obviously just completely overcome with pain. Is bleeding. She's gonna have to recover somehow from being shaken to do anything else. She's out of bennies, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So she'll have to make a vigor roll at the beginning of her turn, which doesn't come up for a hot minute. What in the hell what's the plastic lion do, fellas?
So, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen Ghost in the Darkness, where the lion comes out of the lake grass?
Yep.
Shout out to Bridget Jeffries and her Sorrow and Savo, because you can two witness just like this. All right, so I think I got the button working now, so we're gonna see. So
Crit
double
fail.
attack on her,
Crit fail.
double attack frenzy attack on her.
Crit fail. Oh, okay.
Oh, boom and boom.
So wow. Okay.
And that will be a boom and really shitty damage.
Yeah. So that I'm thankful for that. So yeah, you come in. And she's trying to do something. You're not sure what, right? She's trying to harness some kind of magic-y shit or whatever. And you're biting at her, and you land a couple good bites. But you notice this cape that she's wearing is just fucking all up in your business. Like, you're trying to land damage, and you're just not. So that's positive. I believe Spectral Avenger was next.
Yeah, I'm not in the turn order for some reason.
Yeah, I'll add you back in and put you where you
So we're getting a little bit too close. Am I getting the feeling yet that my damage field is not doing anything to her?
Well, she's definitely not dying like everything else does when you do this. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to drop it anyway because we're getting into close combat. My friends are nearby. But I'm kind of pissed off at what she just tried to do. I'm going to reach into her chest where her heart would be. And I'm going to become tangible.
Oh shit! Okay, okay. The way we'll let me see. You become tangible as a roll, correct? It's an action. right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is a spirit roll. And
Okay.
it is an action.
So your
And there are rules for this in the power description.
specifically around doing this to people.
If the hero becomes corporeal inside someone or something, both she and her victim, I don't know why it's she, but anyway, she and her victim suffer damage. A hand causes 1 wound to each, an arm causes 2 wounds, both arms causes 3, and the whole body causes 4.
Okay, so you're just putting one hand in there?
Both.
Both hands. Okay, got it. So you're putting both hands into her. So I'm going to ask for a fighting roll because there's a lot of chaos.
Yep.
And so,
I figured.
But you have to. I'll let you choose where you put the penalty. You're going to get -2 because of the chaos and multiple actions. You can put it on the fighting roll, or you can put it on the spirit roll. Either way, your call.
I'm gonna put it on the fighting roll because if I miss, I'm gonna wait until I get my hands in the right spot.
Okay, got it. Okay, so your miss would represent the end of your turn if you miss.
Yes.
But yeah, so -2 plus you have I think probably 1 Benny left based on. What's
No,
on-
I used all my bennies.
did,
I haven't
okay.
taken them off the board.
Bennyless.
Yes, I am bennyless.
-2. So
Would be 3.
yeah,
Right.
So and you're looking for against her parry. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So although I'm gonna say it's just going to be a success for this, Eric, because there's no way she's parrying you. There's no way she's fighting you off like this. So anyway, you don't get 4. You're after a 4. So you thrust toward her, but because the battle's moving the way it is, she's thrust away from you. And so that fails. Any movement? Anything else? Do you want to kind of try to keep positioning?
I'm gonna keep my position like right behind her so I can try again.
Okay. Free action. Are you trying to coordinate with friends or anything crazy like that? Actually, hey, I'm sorry. I'm going to correct myself because I just realized I'm not thinking of something. You guys have outnumbered the shit out of her. And so you get bonuses for that. So you will actually hit. There's no way to ignore that. So yeah. So tell me how you put your hands in there.
I gotta make my roll first.
Your spirit roll.
Spirit roll.
Oh shit. Okay. So you reach into
And
her,
I have no bennies.
and she kind of looks up at you like she sees what you're doing, and her eyes get really just like huge, like oh shit. She just grits her teeth, and yeah, you do not materialize. Red Rocket.
So the failed roll means he is going to take on the appearance of a ragged corpse at this point,
Ooh.
and that does cause him one fatigue.
Okay, 1 fatigue
It
for
does cause
you.
him fatigue.
Everybody else, if you've not seen this before, you see Donovan basically just this haggard, scary, like in the intro for the campaign. Red Rocket, you are up next.
Right.
You have
I'm
the
trying to
staff.
pull the staff free.
Okay. You have. Let's fighting rolls. Actually, do opposed strength probably makes sense because you've already got it in your hand.
That's not good for me.
So she's got a death
I'm gonna
grip.
spend a fucking penny.
Well, she may not have a death grip.
This lady.
She appears to have a death grip. She does not have a death grip. So she's holding onto this thing, and you just kind of like, and she rip it out of her hand, and she's just so pissed at this point. She's like just screaming, and
then I'm gonna prance over here.
okay, so you bail with her staff like a dog with a stick. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the grapple. Okay, so you slide this out. The lion's kind of biting at her. Mordred was there swinging sword at her. And Spectral Avenger has got his hands inside of her, making an ectoplasm all over her chest. She is going to make one last attempt. She has no bennies. This is her only way out. Yes! Yes! So you're there. She reaches her chest, puts her hand on this amulet thing, and holds her hand up like this, and then just into 1,000 motes of black.
Oh.
That's a bunch of bullshit. I got this bitch's staff.
And so, ladies and
the
gentlemen,
car.
we are so far over time. And players, thank you so much for going over. We had some technical difficulties to start. For those of you who've been watching, they beat the witch, but the witch is not dead. So,
Ding dong, the wicked witch is
Yeah.
not
He's
dead.
out there. She's going to team up with the termite and get us.
yes.
Remember, at the end of the day, eat ass, be fast.
So, I'm going to fast forward the scene just a little bit, right?
Awesome.
So there's this sort of chaos going on. Very quickly, you realize that the folks who run the hotel are nowhere to be seen for whatever reason. We will pick up next time when you have eliminated all but one room. I just want to know, how are you going to enter the room? Is it going to be a Donovan creeping into the room kind of thing, or is it going to be the whole party kicking the door down kind of thing? I need to know that.
I could run through the wall as a hippo.
Excellent.
At
It's going to be like
At
that.
this point, yeah.
Okay.
That says
That's a little
FBI.
Too much damage.
That has an FBI on it.
And I have a very special surprise for the stream and for the channel in general next session. I'm not going to go into it now. Some of you I spilled the beans to the players earlier. But yeah, so we'll pick up there, smashing through walls. Thanks very much. I'm going to end the stream right here, and then
And tune in tomorrow for Deadlands.
oh yeah, tomorrow's Deadlands.
Yeah, Curse on the Black Ridge Mine.
Tomorrow's Deadlands. Tuesday is Pendragon.
Pendragon.
Yeah, and then Wednesday is
See
Sleep.
you around, losers.
Bye.